Sip. Ooh. Oh my
ASMR.
god. That's the hardest yerb sip I've ever recorded 1080p.
It's the longest yerb sip.
My longest yerb sip ever. Upgraded what?
I just upgraded to 1080 shmee.
Fuck yeah.
Oh my god. Hey, remember that time you yelled at us for being on our phone?
Remember that time when
We're
talked?
not on camera.
Doesn't matter, dude.
Yeah,
You gotta fill
that's
the
the only
dead
time
air.
you talk to us now.
I'm changed. What can I say? My followers are through the roof.
Your followers are through the roof, bro. Sometimes I check back in and you've got like another 700.
Yeah, I'm just on the come up.
I just check your Twitter like maybe like once every 2 weeks, and there's just like another K.
Yeah, I'm
It's
just like,
fucking
hey.
wild, dude.
And that's just how I do it.
You're gonna hit the 10K soon enough, bro.
It took Crush for fucking ever. So I
Yeah,
don't know
but I
about
feel like
that.
it's easier to be bigger than
You
Crush.
got content.
Yeah, content. That's what you pussies on the internet love. Slam full of content.
There. Okay, I made the post. Come a long way. Remember, I never wanted to make a post, and now I made a post.
Now you do it without thinking, bro.
Anthony Bruno posted in
Yeah,
SoCal
Anthony Bruno.
Melee Community. Hollywood High, what did I do?
Oh, God.
Don't forget Silmar. Front salad.
Remember
back
when? Did
salad,
you see
front
Mike just
left.
pull out the photos? What'd you do? A fucking 360 flip, Mike? In the
He was
street?
trying to do 360 flips. He was missing 360 flips.
He tried a tray bomb?
Yeah, I was like, let's go. Okay.
You gotta.
You just
He wasn't on some
you just
fucking
came out the
flip-out
fucking
shit.
gate, and then you put it back in the car. You're just like, yeah, I can do that. I could still kickflip. You know what happened? If I
That's
tried
what
to
everybody
kickflip,
wants is to still be able to kick
Kid
Did you-
asked
did you
for
go
a
to video?
sticker.
all right, he's going to video in 5 seconds.
5 seconds.
I can't kickflip to save my life.
Dude, have him go
Look,
on the
this
other
is show business.
No, this is what
This
Miles
is
wants.
show business.
This is what Miles
It's
wants.
fine.
Get him,
It's
get him out of the
fine.
fucking room.
I thought
that's
that
fine.
it's like you're his agent, and you're just like,
Yeah.
are you fucking bothering to tell him
Yeah.
again?
Fucking-
Are you fucking doing this again?
No,
What?
Yeah, no,
We know we're
we
fucking
know.
live.
God damn,
This
dude.
is called running a bit, and what you're doing is
God.
stepping on it.
Damn.
God, dude.
It's all right. He'll get it eventually. He's a good boy. He's just got to learn.
So many overheads. You think this man's 5'2"?
I'm just saying we were running with it.
We
but
knew.
Anyway,
It's-
I thought they would go play Melee, but they're just looking at memes right now.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the last Bad Melee podcast of the season 2. This is Miles' send-off cast, and you know what? It's been a hot weekend so far. It's been a nice weekend.
Yeah, it's been a
you
nice
know?
finish.
It's not as morose. I mean, it's obviously we're not just gonna be moping around, but you know
thought
what?
it would be morose?
No, it's just that it can easily because sometimes you're thinking, oh man, Miles is really gonna leave. Like I was thinking that on the car on the way to Wood Ranch.
Yeah, you just can't. You just have to not believe that it's real
Yeah,
until it
until
happens.
it actually happens.
I'm gonna get to the airport and be like, I'm just getting on this thing, and then my life is gonna be different all over again. Like
Yeah.
what?
Oh,
Yeah, now my life is completely different to how it was 24 hours ago.
yeah. For how many months? So when did you get here?
I got here February
Oh wow! I thought
17.
you've only been here for 6 months. Has it?
No, it's been like 10.
Fuck.
It's almost a full year.
You came. It was a voyage.
It
It
was.
was a journey.
I ticked off all of my things I had to do, packed my bags, got on a flight, and I didn't know where I was going to be staying, who I was going to live with, what I was going to be doing, but I knew I'd be playing that goddamn Melee.
And you to the grave. Really.
Yeah.
I mean, we were playing today. Actually, you didn't touch it today.
Yeah,
I'm done. Actually.
no, it's like
It's
Actually,
over.
never
all
wanna
you guys
play
are playing
again.
it. I'd just rather have fun with my friends on the last day, than grind
Aw.
out some friends.
Yeah.
Don't have fun.
So I don't know, man. So your plans, I believe, tomorrow. When are you leaving?
Probably leave here, depending on whether I get a ride or not. If you're a viewer and you want to give me a ride at the airport, feel
Who
free.
wants to be Don B's last friend
Yeah.
in America?
Anyway, probably leave here at about 7.
Night time?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was gonna say you guys were planning to go to Donahue's
Yeah.
one more time.
I
Oh
want
my
to finish
God.
the trip the way I started it.
Back where it all
With
began.
LA's worst chicken.
Like bar none. His tongue is just like right now. He's like, yeah, it's good. This will be the time that it's good. This will be when everything changes.
He's in an abusive relationship with Donahue's.
Donahue's, it's like blood in, blood out. Like you gotta fucking.
He's like, I haven't had a good batch so far, but I heard they exist.
He's holding on to a dream. So, yeah, dude, how you feeling? What's up? You excited? You going back?
Yeah, I mean, now's the sad part of change, right? Where you're like waiting for something to happen, and all you can think about is what you're gonna lose, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, once I get home and I see my family and friends again, it'll be party time. You know, it'll be a reunion of its own. You know,
Yeah. Once you see her, did you ever crack beers with the pops?
Pops actually isn't really a drinker.
No.
Like, he got cancer when I was like
Jesus, Miles.
11 or 12, and he was big into the healthy body, juicing every day. You know, drinking beetroot and carrot juice and stuff.
Hell yeah.
Exercising.
He's XVX.
He was
dude.
on the, raw foods, no alcohol. That
He's gonna
kind of
live
thing.
forever, bro.
Yeah, he probably will. And I mean, he beat the fuck out of it with that. So
Fuck yeah.
Does he sip yerb?
he likes tea. He drinks a lot of hot water and lemon.
I said, does he like yerb?
No,
Dawson's like, am I gonna be able to fuck with this
Yeah.
guy if I ever
I need to
see
know
him?
that this guy's got my back. No, anyway, he likes. Yeah, in Australia we don't really drink like.
You don't
He would
drink
just be like,
lattes?
"That's some goddamn sugar water, bro." He wouldn't fuck with it.
It's
Oh.
too much sugar. You're just a slave to the sugar, bitch.
I
Dude,
mean,
there's low sugar yerb.
Is there corn syrup? Check.
yeah, there's goddamn
There's
corn syrup.
Check. If there's corn syrup, I'm gonna fucking laugh my ass off.
No corn syrup.
Okay, good shit.
We're good.
What, real cane?
Yeah.
Got that cane? That coke.
Organic cane.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah, prove it
dude, what are you gonna miss about America? I mean, there's a lot of things like cheap beer. Or you said you're not gonna really miss that.
I mean, it's
Cheap ciggies?
no, I don't like smoking really.
You smoked 10 cigarettes in a row last night.
Yeah, but I mean, when was the last time you saw me smoking before that?
Every now and then. But you're right.
I don't.
That was a celebration.
Cigarettes being expensive doesn't bother me back home because it's just like more of a deterrent than it already is to smoke, so that's fine. Yeah, alcohol wise, I mean, the drinking will be probably cut down, especially because I'll have a job and stuff. But
Square. Nerd.
Fucking
yeah, I
nerd.
mean, it'll probably just be Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Is this gonna be like you didn't have a job for 8 months straight?
I'm a very adaptable person.
Okay.
I literally came here with no plan and just changed my life, and it's gonna change again when I get home.
And you're like, Psh, me.
I just
Is
one
your-
time is over, and then we just wake up and do something different. Yeah.
Fuck.
Life's a garden, brother.
Well, that's
Yeah.
a garden. Dig it.
Yeah, it's not a thing to me. I'm actually probably I'm gonna enjoy working. And there's a bar in Australia called GGE's that I was tentatively talking about that said they might have a spot for me. So, fingers crossed, somehow I get to work at an esports bar from a place where I'm on one of the more reputable teams. So it's like I just get to hang out there, serve customers, and watch CS. Like the whole bar is about watching esports.
yeah.
So I mean, it'll just be meeting people that I know, and alcohol and esports. So it'll just be awesome.
Well, do you know Yahtzee?
I don't think Yahtzee's even Australian.
He's British, I think, when he moved to Australia.
Yeah,
He's like
his YouTube.
Do y'all
You
know?
know-
It's a
you
small
know,
neighborhood, right?
Spud, Yahtzee. These guys are all floating around the same level of notoriety. No, his videos though. I used to watch his gaming videos.
What, Yahtzee?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he still does them actually. He's still on it. He's actually a very funny man.
Zero punctuation. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's good stuff.
I remember there was this like bit. He was on some trip to some con, and they were driving. And it was like a behind the scenes, just like footage of him hanging out with people, and he saw like a breast cancer plate, and he's like, breast cancer's like, it's like too mainstream. I'm like, I'm into the indie cancers like prostate or something.
That's pretty funny. Colon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Freeform. Let's go. Run it.
I
Oh,
don't think it's hit
up
me
to-
that you're leaving yet.
Sorry.
Hasn't hit me.
Hasn't
yet.
hit me either.
I'm not really like trying to. It's gonna hit you at the end of the episode when I give you something that I've been saving.
He's on some shit.
I don't like
I've
that.
never seen him so
I don't-
emotional.
I haven't. Yeah, writing.
I don't like fucking surprises. And if you give me a
Dude,
surprise at the
preparing these. I don't remember the last time I cried, and I was very close.
Oh my god.
I was
you
close.
pussy. Holy
dude.
shit.
Water almost came out of my eyes.
Whew. No, it's
that feeling came up in my throat, and I was just like, so I'm gonna stomp that down.
yeah. Oh, I love stomping down emotions.
I love stomping down any type of emotion.
It feels so good.
Because I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm still the master of this, and it gets harder and harder as that feeling creeps up on you.
But
if you stomp it
stomp
deep
it
down
really,
enough,
really hard
Yeah.
and over,
yeah,
and it goes away.
That's what I
Whatever
did.
it takes to not be a soy boy.
Yes.
yeah,
Fucking
you know.
write it on my grave.
Amen, brother.
As a soy boy, I know.
No, Dawson, have you seen that that 70 Show episode where Hyde is going through some shit? He's like trying to figure something out, and he's sitting and he's trying to think of a solution, and Eric or someone, he's like, Hyde, you're leaning forward? You got your glasses off? And he's just like sitting in a chair quietly. He's like, you're freaking out. And that's how I feel about Miles. Like, he walked upstairs when we were setting up, and Dawson's just in the hallway, and he passes Dawson, and he gives him a hug, and then walks back upstairs, and I'm like, I've never seen him so emotional. He's unraveling.
Just one hug, bro.
That's what it was like, though.
Yeah, it felt different. All the other hugs were like, it didn't have the same weight.
Yeah. But no, it's a good thing. It just means that
That was a
mean,
embrace. Really.
yeah, it's that real shit. Chong's not gonna be there.
Ooh.
I'm gonna miss Chong the most.
He's been saying that.
You're not
He's
going to
been
be able
saying
to
that.
take bubble baths together anymore?
Yeah, I'm not gonna wake up next to his beautiful snore.
His
I
snore.
think I snore loudest, probably.
Who snores louder, Chong?
You know, okay, it's just like weird because like Miles, people say he snores so loud, but like
You never experienced it?
bad.
It's not bad.
Snoring like in 30 minutes, you'll snore again, and then it'll just be like a pretty loud wave, but it's like it just calms down after.
Calms down. He's just
Hear that, Mega Christmas? If you had stayed in that room 20 minutes longer, bro.
Noah in that big house. Miles was like, so Noah lost his first round, was it?
I was so tilted he tried to put that one on me.
He was pissed, and he was like, "Fucking, I didn't get a fucking good night's sleep. Fucking
Well,
Dombey was snoring the
snoring.
whole time." And then, yeah, he was in the bathroom, and I gave him a pep talk, and I don't think that mattered, but I was like, "You got this." And then I took a huge shit. But
No, it was all you did.
yeah, maybe. You know what we never talked about though is when we got kicked out of the 805 room.
We never talked about
We
that.
never mentioned that.
That was on some bullshit.
It
by
was
the
on.
way.
It was a phantom complaint.
Was this Denver?
No, it was Detroit at Big House.
God,
Oh,
Detroit was
yeah.
horrible.
Yeah, but so
There was a Twitter video of like someone coming to
that
your
was me.
room.
No, that was
you.
That was Miles,
I
and,
tweeted it,
and he
yeah.
tweeted like a Gucci lyric or something. And you were
Yeah,
like,
yeah, it was
you're like,
overheads.
not a lot of people are gonna get this, but this is for me.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, we weren't even in the room. Me and Miles get there, then the 805 shows up later.
Oh no, it was
805 guys.
it was the future lyric about turning the Ritz into a trap house.
Yes.
Into a lean house per se.
yeah,
And
we
turn
got
the 5-star
roaches.
hotel into a trap house. Yeah.
Mhm, yeah, and
It's fifth time getting kicked out. You know.
so we get there, and me and Miles are just hanging out in the room, and then 805 shows up, and then shortly after they show up, this man comes to the door, and I'm like laying on the floor. It's like super late. Someone's opened the door, and you can hear this guy. He's like, "Yeah, we got a couple more complaints about you guys making noise. You're being evicted." And
This was like the first I'd seen of this man.
yeah, and Q was just like, "Are you serious?" And he's like,
Is this a prank? It
Ye-
literally felt like a prank.
"Yeah."
And we were whispering too. Like we knew that, it was a possibility, and all we were doing was whispering.
Yeah, and apparently the complaint came at a time that we literally weren't in the room. So it was like,
Aw.
really? Like,
And
that's why we
apparently-
called it a phantom complaint, because it's like, the tangent lines.
Apparently,
Yeah.
the complainers were going to get a refund, and Q was just going off his rocker at the reception.
He
people.
was angry. It was
'Cause-
actually
and Army
very
was
cool to
like,
see.
"Oh, I'm going to go to DoubleTrees and just start farming this." Like we got farmed. He was like, some guy just said we were being rowdy in our room when we weren't there. He made 3 complaints just to get a refund.
Yeah, dude. That was rough. But yeah, we never ended up mentioning that, which I thought was funny. And then we just ended up like sleeping in the
We didn't
airport.
talk about White Castle.
No, we talked about White Castle.
We talking
Okay,
about White
cool.
Yeah,
Castle.
just not getting kicked out of the room, which happened.
That was horrible.
Yeah.
Detroit was just a bad time, dude. We got crushed at the casino.
I was gonna do a thing where we would like have like couple like our favorite Miles moments, me and you, Dawson. One of my favorite Miles moments was actually in the casino in Detroit. I just got absolutely fucking shit on at the table. I was down like 400, and I go up to Miles. There's this guy he's farming him. The guy's like you said, just throwing his cards away or throwing it. He's playing like shit,
Yeah,
but he's
it's
throwing
just
his money
a couple
away.
idiots.
And I go up to Miles. I'm like, I'm busted out. Are you trying to go? Are you trying to stay? If you're trying to farm, that's cool. I'll hang out. And Miles just looks at the guy and looks at me. He's like, yeah, we can go. And it was like for the boys, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that
I left a lot on the table to leave.
yeah, and it wasn't even like a hard decision. He's just like, okay, no.
I'm not gonna leave you sitting there.
But I was willing to as well, and that's the thing. But I remember I was like,
Cut you off 100, and we instantly lost it at roulette. Remember
yeah,
that?
that was bad too. That was a bad fucking
Remember that
beat.
shit? You're like, I'm busted out. I'm like, how about I get you back in the game?
Yeah, and then, schmeep,
And there it went.
gone. But I was like, hell yeah, thanks, man. That was a good moment. When you're stuck in a Detroit casino that looks like fucking Fallout New Vegas,
It's 4 a.m.
and you're just, the lad does you one solid. So, what about you, Dawson?
I have two very different moments. One is kind of more funny. He was playing at the first Coliseum Junior, aka Elysium, and he was actually kind of like dicking Cam. Do you remember this?
Yeah, I remember.
This was like when you first got here, right?
No.
This is like maybe
2-3 months ago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he was like actually just putting the work in on Psycho Midget.
I'm really good at that matchup.
Yeah. And it's game 3, last stock, and like Miles has been pretty convincingly ahead the entire time of the third game. And it gets to last stock and Miles is still up by a lot of percent, and then he texts like Cam, I forget what he does, but
I just rolled straight
he like
into
back
a rest.
airs him and then just stands there and he just like rolls into a rest, and he like without dropping a beat, he just looks back at like the crowd of people and is just like, I'm a fucking idiot with the biggest like grin on his face.
I think I take losses pretty well.
Yeah.
You know what? I was telling I played Cam like the next week at a random weekday tournament, and I was like, you had him last time, just don't do that dumb thing at the end. Like, literally just do the same game plan. And then I beat him. It was game 3, last stock, and I was in that exact same spot.
And you just
And
didn't roll.
I had the epiphany. I was like, now I'm going to win because I'm just going to dash dance, either do a full hop nair or a grab, and I'm going to win. And that's what happened.
He was at like 12% and he just died audio shoots. It was really bad.
Yeah, it was sad. That was a win that I'd been working towards for a while in terms of the matchup. I threw it away.
Yeah, now Cam's washed. You ended
Yeah,
his
I
whole
mean,
career.
you
Hey,
lost the Venelux.
You ended
You
his
lost the Venelux, the cheater.
I still got my win while it was hot though.
Yeah, no, exactly. You put him in the shadow realm.
Yeah.
But my second one, which is like much more like I guess heartwarming, was pretty recently. Chong was at this too. We're at Buffalo Wild Wings after a tournament, and it was like 6 of us piled into a car. And I think the whole night Miles was just like really gassed up about like fakes in LA.
Susses.
Yeah, just
Harvey Al Dentes.
Yeah, just sus gusses, and we're just like just running our mouths on like everybody. We called you guys on Discord because they were playing T-Pain.
We were playing. I think we were playing Fortnite, and all of a sudden, like Miles or Dawson just beeps into Discord, and it's a fucking Buffalo Wild Wings.
And it's like T-Pain is playing.
Yeah, I can
loud
barely
or some
hear you
shit.
guys, and we're just like, what the fuck? And then you just dip out.
Yeah,
It was like if you guys ended up dead that night later on, I would have been like, oh yeah, it was like cry for help or something.
Yeah.
We go on Discord.
Yeah, it's like the guys can help us, and then they go on Discord, and then I don't know.
The T-Pain drowns out the cries for help.
But it was like, I think in that moment it was like the last like not true bonding time, but it felt like that was when I recognized that like my friend was like leaving in a month,
You're like, I'm gonna miss this.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
miss roasting nerds.
Because I think me and Miles, we've talked about it before, like the moment we met, we kind of like connected instantly because, real recognize real.
Amen.
Yeah, so
I think with both of you, there was the night that I met Anthony was just like
It was
we
in a car.
Instantly got along. Remember In and Out, dude? And we were bonding over just we were talking about how I don't remember what we were talking about. We were talking about like enjoying girls who are just like mean spirited or something.
Yeah, we were talking about getting like emotionally like ice queens.
Yeah,
And we're
yeah,
just like-
yeah.
We were just
I
like,
think I
that's my
remember
shit. Yeah.
I feel like the night that we met there, and this is actually topical because you guys are touching on something that I've already kind of prepared for today, but it was you and me. Like you were the only person that I wanted to talk to in the room at that point.
Yeah, no, I got that feeling too. It's like we were in the car.
We were
and
having a conversation, but like I just cared about what you had to say.
yeah, that's thanks. We were in the car, and I was just like, "Hey, this is the Australian guy," And it was like, you know how sometimes you get in a car with someone and they literally just don't speak the whole time? You're like, okay.
I'm not with that.
And I was like, oh, this guy's cool. And then we rolled the beer over to that homeless man. And then
Oh, you mean at that tournament out
You
in
remember
like
that?
tournament
in
in
Culver
like,
City. Yeah, it was the West Side.
That was why I was drinking that night
Yeah,
too.
that was the first night I met you. And
Really?
Yeah, and we
Oh, you bet me $20 that I couldn't
Yeah.
double four stock my
Ocho,
first
yeah, the
opponent,
Ocho.
and I did it.
you ochoed him, and you just came back and was like, "Shmeep."
You owe me 20, bro.
Yeah, and I was like, well, real recognize real. And no, yeah, and that was like, I was like, yeah, this guy's pretty cool. So that was very, I don't know, man. Sometimes you just make fast friends.
Rolling the rolling rock over to that homeless guy. He was like, "Hey, can I have one?" I was like,
you
yes.
did the most careful roll I've ever seen. You're like, all right, here you go.
Because
Like-
he was slumped. I wanted it to get to him.
But you had like a form to it, as
You
if
see
you
me on
had
skee
rolled.
ball?
As
You
if,
see me on skee ball?
as if you had rolled beers to homeless men before, like very gently. Like, I don't want this to crack. I don't want this to go nuts when you open it. All right, here.
It's
You know.
cargo. It's precious cargo for him, dude. He's only getting one. You
He
know?
didn't even take it. That was so stupid. He like yelled at the beer and was like, ah, and then left.
Was he asking for one?
He was just just unintelligibly.
And so my
Muttering.
my decision
Well,
was
literally.
like, I'll crack one off.
Yeah,
for him.
your decision was like this. Maybe this is what he wants. It's like
I'm surprised it wasn't.
it's like trying to feed an animal at the zoo. Like, you know.
You want peanuts? And it's like they're never supposed to. It's like a goddamn monkey or a bird. You need some peanuts?
Yeah, that was a good night. What
That
a
was a fun one.
cramped tournament. Yet another cramped tournament in a venue that really wasn't made for tournaments. And
With some guys who had no idea what they were doing running that thing either.
yep, but they were just stoked to have the traffic they had in there,
Yeah.
which is that happens a lot with melee.
They were like,
tournaments
esports, yay.
and- yeah. Hey, we're finally doing it, guys. Look at all this. Look at all these heads.
Mans.
Mans.
Mans. So many mans.
It doesn't matter whose mans.
Or what?
It really didn't.
What is it that you said last night? I was like, who's gonna be here tonight? And he's like, assorted mans.
Assorted mans. And it really was. It was.
Big shout outs to FD for coming through.
I was gonna say
that made my night.
There was like a special moment. Well, it was like while I was leaving and like stuff was like starting to die down, and then Miles, like I was gonna say bye to him, but I couldn't find him. And lo and behold, he was outside just hanging with the FD crew. Just the
You guys
5,
were
6
you guys were
guys.
gunning.
I hung with FD for like most of the night, just out the back, and we're just talking shit.
I thought that was really cool. Just like the
Yeah,
idea
to have that again was like
Yeah.
really special for me, honestly.
Fuck
It was like
yeah.
random because they all like
Honestly, I just messaged the group
they-
chat. I invited all of them, and they were messaging me all week saying like, "When's the last time we can come through and like let's kick it one last time?" And I was like, "This is a perfect chance." And then like a lot of people say that, but like the whole squad rolled through.
Yeah, like literally everyone.
Stanky had to work, I think, but
Yeah,
other
it
than
was
that,
bummer.
it was like the whole crew.
They
Um,
rolled deep. They rolled deep for the boy.
They came in.
Keep cars,
We
you
had
know?
like this draft crew, just like a fun little thing, and they came in during the crew battle, which was like wild, because everyone was already getting hyped for that.
And then that was just like double
And then they
hype.
came in, and it was like, oh,
yeah,
fuck.
yeah, that was good. Fuck yeah.
And
Yeah.
we were all hanging out together, and it's like, what a different world. Like, I think that's like a good segue into like, what a different world than the one I entered.
Yeah, I mean, so how so?
Well, I mean, that wouldn't have been a thing.
You're saying from the day you got to here.
Yeah, to like the time that I'm like the weekend that I got here to the weekend that I'm leaving. I don't think on the weekend that I got here I could have walked into a party in Claremont or Pomona and seen those fellas hanging out with the likes of V Money.
You really did unite the nations, man. For better or for worse, things are different now, and a lot of it
I like things now
has
better
to
than
do.
what I did.
It's like Miles. It's like I made it the way I like it.
Yeah, I fixed things to where it's for me now.
He's the glue we all sniff.
Yeah, in a way.
That would have never have happened at the start of the year. And I remember being in this house and catching flack about my FD defense.
Yeah,
Like,
I
so
mean,
you're gonna play for us now, right?
I was
"No."
surprised. I was like, really? And then the instant you were like, no, I mean, they took me in. They were the first ones to take me in. I'm like, oh, makes sense. Like, I'll see you on the field of battle. That's just how it is.
There's an alternate universe where FD lost and they kicked Miles out of the house. He's just like, this is
No,
what
dude.
you get for training.
Oh, where I played for.
You played for FD, and then FD loses, and you get kicked out of the
Sergio
house.
doesn't
for it.
throw.
Yeah.
And Claremont just. Why would that,
Shuns you.
wouldn't winning make them shun it harder?
They would feel one over him.
Yeah.
I think that's what they would lord.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
would talk that sweet. There was zero sweet. It was coming out unsweetened after that.
Just
You know, in car rides and shit, like nobody was popping off after that.
Those were some morose fucking car rides after
That's
the
where, like,
Pepis grew battle.
not Pepis died, but like California Pepis, everyone got really quiet.
Yeah,
boys-
for sure. And it was
And it was whichever team lost, and I feel like Pepis were a lot more abrasive on Facebook, which is another thing I didn't like.
true.
Whichever team lost was going to have to pipe the fuck down on the internet, right?
It's true.
But
And
like
that's what happened.
if FD loses there, it's like they're going to hold some L's too, right?
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, go check out the podcast about the FD crew battle. It's very informative. But you know what's I think is kind of sad? Like, I don't know if people agree with me. I don't know why. I don't know how. But I feel like SoCal Melee is definitely in a lull. And a lull in a Melee scene is usually like very scary because it's very close to drawing like a dying breath.
Yeah.
You know, and
I think everyone's saying that, but at the same time, like we've got all of these great new players coming up. Like there's never been more great Arcadians than there is now, at least as far as I know.
so what's like this? Like I don't know. I just
What's the end game? It's to
no,
continue
no.
playing Melee.
It just alarms me that like people aren't going to locals as much,
There's
especially
a lot of locals,
especially
man.
in SoCal.
And like on a Wednesday night, you've got the block and Daniel. Like not only is there a local
That's a
every
problem,
night,
too.
there's overlapping locals.
That's a problem too. But even before that, it was just like there was a soul that sort of, I don't know. Is it the TO's fault?
You think it's not popping anymore?
Is it Bevan Barlow's?
It's my fault.
You owe him a
Well,
fucking.
we'll get onto that later.
Yeah. Well, we'll save Bevan for last.
No, we're not leaving.
Yeah,
We're not,
we'll do beefs at
Yeah.
the end.
No, the end's for love.
Continued beefs.
No, you know, I don't know. I think I've always been a proprietor of that oversaturation is like not as big of a deal as because I think regionally there's like 805 like Daniel Montoya's tournament is gonna draw like 818, 805.
Because
Yeah,
geographically.
and like Long Beach tournaments or OC.
But the
tournaments are
thing
gonna
is,
have
these
their
tournaments are dead still.
thing. Yeah,
But they're splitting what there is.
yeah.
And it's like a Wednesday night, man. Come on.
Was it the summer? Is that why Untilted popped off before that?
You want to know the real reason?
Untilted was popping off because it's a good location, and pros would go just because it was a good location.
No, the real reason was there was literally almost no tournaments at a time, or no good ones. Power 9 was just where everyone congregated, and it kind of like felt like there was more going on than there actually was.
There was like 60 entrants one
Dude, do
night.
you remember? I remember a period where Power 9 was legitimately like the only tournament worth going to. TMT hadn't started, and Wednesday Night Fights was a joke. So it's like, what do you do on Monday? There was nothing on Monday. Friday was Turnip. Thursday was Power 9, and that was it.
And there was also Balk.
Yeah, but Balk still didn't have
People,
anyone
what? You're
close.
looking at me sideways. We went to Balk.
I love Belk.
We Balk was
Dude,
that tournament.
I had some memories of Belk. I feel like Belk made me nostalgic for a time that never existed for
Right,
me.
yeah,
And
yeah.
we talked about this. That fat cat in the backyard and like going to that boat. Like it felt like just hanging out, you know?
Yeah, it was good shit.
But to speak on that, it's like the Balk never reached numbers either. Like they never had like high.
They had like
amounts
40.
Of people.
I mean, one
That's
of the,
like peak Balk.
there was a Belk that I won that had like 40. This was lit. Maybe
Okay.
30.
I was like, it was
Mike's
my fault.
nodding his head.
Yeah.
He says no.
No.
He says you don't know what you're talking about, Dawson.
Me or Miles? Me? How many people were?
He's just angrily
what's a
muttering.
peak
Like,
Balk? Like for a melee day.
At its highest, I'd say probably like 50, but like
Yeah, I've seen 50 Belk.
Yeah,
and maybe before bigger bulk. I think they had a pretty big attendance there too. But on average, it was like there was a core group of at least like 30 to 35 that would show up. Probably
Yeah.
every
Okay.
The one I played in, or like when I would go, there'd be at least 25 to 40.
Whenever I would go, I'd just vomit. So, very different.
You were gonna throw up. So Chong cooked spaghetti for you. Chong's
You
been
always
cooking
say you're gonna
spaghetti
throw
for him
up, bro.
every podcast, like since the past like 4 or 5, and it's been like he's been grading him.
Yeah.
I think because he knows that because Dawson's vegan, he has to, when he does cooking for Chong, he's going to need to please Dawson first and foremost. And so like you and me, we're simpler mans.
Yes.
And so like Dawson's rank for his pasta is going to be a lot more staunch. And the recipe has to cater to him more than anyone. So
It's
I
true.
think he's trying to win Dawson over
Yeah,
early.
I could taste all the flavors that are going on. You guys
No.
get sucked into the red meat.
Last week you were like, Chong, this is great, and then he Turner was like, "This tastes like gasoline."
That
But this time he was like, "Chung," and he just got a mouthful of beer. He's like, "This is the greatest fucking pasta I've ever had in my life."
Last time was more of a joke, but like
Last time took the L.
no, okay. Last time was more of a joke. I was just like, yeah, your pasta sucks, but it was actually good.
But you were really
But
like,
now having his pasta this week and with better perspective, I'm like actually offended he even served me what he served me last week.
I was gonna ask Chung. You could just shout for this. You don't have to. This doesn't have to be a long answer, but from the time we started this podcast, you were eating Denny's spaghetti, and
John's changed.
And now you're a culinary journeyman.
Dude, I feel like you guys.
What changed?
Dude, one night after I just want to start cooking, and then
Just shout,
Shout.
real quick.
Real loud.
one night I started cooking, and then it was fun, and I had a lot of fun with it, and so I kept on going. And then one night I got really hungry. I was too lazy to cook, and I had Denny's spaghetti. It was the most god awful thing I've ever eaten. In comparison.
Can people at home hear this?
He ate Denny's spaghetti, and it was the most god awful thing he had eaten, and he was really hungry, and yeah.
He used to sip the Denny's sauce basically.
I
He
can't
went
believe you
back
fucking
after a drought.
ordered. I'm tilted right now. I'm glad you're on the straight and narrow. But before that, it was risky. It was like your son coming home and he's got a fucking furry tail and just
Oh,
and you're just like,
Bad
oh,
news
well, like,
bears.
what am I gonna do? Tell him no? Like,
Not to-
it's just
not-
gonna make him want to do it more.
not to yuck anyone's yums, but you know.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
Dawson would go Matty Ice real quick.
Matty Ice is a. Speaking of Matty Ice.
Is Matty Ice?
Oh, Nieper, show him your nails.
oh, I painted Nieper's nails.
It was a wild party.
Yeah. Everyone got their nails painted.
Mike's like, nope.
have we told the bit about Matty Ice on live?
I don't think so. It's just an
What's
alter
the bit?
ego.
Yeah.
I mean, basically,
It's Dawson's alter ego who's just he joined a frat. His hair's
Yeah.
still brown.
alternate
he goes-
dimension.
He's like, call me Matthew.
just call me Matt. And he's like in a frat. He drinks
Yeah.
Matty Ice.
Yeah, he
Natty
shotguns
Ice.
Natty Ice every day.
Yeah,
Um,
and they call him Matty Ice back in the day. And he dropped out, but he's like, it's chill because his dad owns a dealership.
My
Okay?
dad owns a dealership. Fuck. Where did that stem from though? It was because I said like I think I tweeted it. I was like I had a Wiccan babysitter, and like in an alternate universe, I didn't steal her style at all.
Oh yeah.
We were talking
You had
about-
a normal babysitter.
I had-
Yeah.
Her name was
Stacey,
Rebecca.
no.
Fucking Wiccan babysitter really did a number on you.
It actually changed my life. I think no. This is Miles' episode, but just a
No,
quick
no, we can-
aside.
No, this
let's
is
go
great.
into
We
the-
never did the bear all,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I mean,
just a
you
quick
might as
aside.
well.
I think like so much of my life has been shaped by like that point.
That Wiccan
Yeah,
babysitter.
it was like I became self-aware. You know?
It was your Matrix moment.
Yeah.
What was it about her?
I loved her, man.
You big fan her?
I big fan. I was a large admirer from day one.
Did we talk about how girls just get big fanned in life?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
talked
we
about that
did.
last time. Yeah,
It's fucked.
That's rough.
It's true though.
And I was a culprit back when I was a younger man's, and I don't know.
A culprit.
It just
I
like
liked her, and I'm
Yeah.
guilty of that.
Yeah, right. That's my. I always fuck with Dawson about that.
yeah. I'm a type of person that like if I'm attracted to like aesthetics a lot, and like the idea that like I want to mimic like
If
That's
your
the-
Wiccan babysitter came on the last day she babysat you, and she was wearing some fucking simp, some starter Walmart pink pullover, some bullshit, would you have been like, this is over? I don't like you anymore.
I think
It would have hurt.
it would have been jarring to say the least. I just thinking about that now fucks me up actually. Because she was like the original.
Why
goth.
did your mom hire a Wiccan babysitter?
She had no choice. My mom just worked. This is
I know, but
getting-
like, I'm just saying, did she like?
She lived next door, right?
Was
yeah, she was my neighbor.
Oh, okay,
That-
okay,
It
okay.
literally was just by
I
circumstance.
know, I know the law. We talked about it at Disneyland.
Yeah.
She's got a. Oh yeah, you guys went to Disneyland.
Oh yeah, that was another dude. I forgot that day was great.
I just see Twitter pictures
That was a
of,
good day, that was
of Dawson
fire.
and Miles at Disneyland, and I'm at work, and I'm like, oh.
That was a good day. And then we got sushi the next day.
Wait, what did you eat?
Veggie rolls.
Oh, veg rolls. Okay.
But
we were big hanging out.
yeah, that
We
Big
did,
hang.
we did the
Sweet
studio
hangs.
pitch.
we went to like downtown Long Beach and then Belmont Shores, which is like a very nice part of Long Beach.
Yeah, it was
and
super nice.
There was this like sushi spot that I like, and we just went there, hung out.
Some good lad time.
He had was it?
I had some crazy
It
stuff.
was like the unicorn roll or something.
Yeah, it was like crap.
crazy
I bowled
shit.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was one of those days.
It was sick as fuck. But yeah, so the Wiccan babysitter just started it all, and like,
That's
As-
fucking wild.
yeah, it's like
Dude,
all
I
like
think 9 times out of 10 we're sitting next to Matty Ice right now.
You,
Like,
wait,
this is
This is
the
the
rare Dawson.
yeah, no, this is definitely the rare timeline.
possibly.
Yeah, I mean, would you even have gotten into Melee?
Probably not, dude.
Jesus Christ!
But like, well, that's another thing is she kind of like fostered this.
Did
I
you
would-
like games?
Yeah, she had like I think a Sega Genesis or something, and
That's
like
chill.
a Super
Dawson,
Nintendo.
Dawson's moment, his come to God moment. I remember Dan Harmon, when he talks about writing, he talks about in the narrative arc, it's like 8 steps, and on the bottom is when the character comes to God and they realize something, and then they climb back up, and that.
It's like the low moment is where they realize, and then from there it's the ascent to the climax, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
And that is your come to God moment
Yeah.
of your entire life.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Yeah, it's really fucked. Like when I actually start thinking about it, it's actually really fucked up. Like how much influence, like
That's
just
wild,
like that. I think like people normally live their lives in like blocks. Like this is like the bad Melee,
Or
like
my America
TO
block.
yeah, or the
Yeah,
America
yeah.
block. Like that's gonna be like a segment of your life.
It's a
that you
chapter.
could-
It's a
yeah,
saga.
exactly. And like that was like kind of the first.
arc.
That was like the epilogue. You know, that was like the first block that I remember. Like a lot of pivotal moments within myself happening.
Shit, you gotta reconnect, man.
Dude,
that's
I
what I've been telling him.
Fucking,
Where is she?
I don't know.
I think it would fuck you up too hard.
I bet it would.
It would actually like.
Yeah. Whenever you idealize anything that hard, and then like say maybe SoCal Melee,
Yeah.
and you come and you see what it's really like, and you're like, oh,
Hey,
well,
Melee
it's
was
like-
everything I wanted it to be.
It's one of
Okay,
those
okay.
things where like when I reflect on it, it's like, am I just like romanticizing this? And it's like, no, like I like a lot of like weird fucking movies because like she had a bunch of weird movies at her house, like chill movies, but like just like hipster bullshit. you
Yeah.
know? Like she was like very into like hipster bullshit and like
some what's
music.
that Rushmore with Jason Schwartzman?
Yeah, like shit like that.
Yeah.
I saved Aladdin.
What about you, Miles? What's your come to God moment?
Yeah.
Have you
Fuck
had it
my
yet?
mouth.
I think I've been trying to go lower and lower in my life to get there, to spark
You
it.
to find
There
God.
there have literally been periods in my life where I'm like, how far can I push this before like something so like losing, doing bad things. I feel like it's all in the chase of that, and it hasn't. Maybe it happens in small doses, but I've never had the like aha.
Okay. Fuck.
Like I think I'm hunting for it.
Yeah. Which is good, because some people maybe don't. Some people maybe live their lives
But
and
it's
they're
kind of like whatever you want it to be, right? As well as like the
mean, it's
realization could be
significant.
like, oh, I'm never gonna make it in Melee, or like, but
Yeah.
that's just like how much weight you, and like young Dawson obviously put a ton of weight into this, and it's just like how much you read into something, right? And maybe I just don't read into anything that much.
Yeah, you often like to gloat, in fact, that on the podcast you don't even think about making jokes.
I don't
you
think
just
about
do
the
it.
things I say ever. I mean, it's actually been
No, he
it's
doesn't
been
gloat. It's just funny because you're always like, I don't know, like me and Ludwig will be talking about like complex social
on some
interactions,
shop or some shit.
and you're just like, shmee.
Yeah, literally.
But that's why I've always put you on. It's just because you can make
Oh,
it.
thanks, man.
You can I'm saying you can make magic with the Draco.
Yeah, and I think that just to be on some flip in, flip out shit. Like you almost, I feel like to be me, like to second guess would be to like to break the essence of like why these things work.
Yeah, I feel that.
Like to stop the car now, like that'd be like to ruin everything.
Yeah, I'm with it.
And I think it's the same. Like that's the same way why like Mango's just absurdly good at like he doesn't think like 8 hours ahead sometimes. Like he's so focused on what's in front of him.
Yeah, you said something about Mango. You're like, that man only thinks about like that day.
I really think, or maybe it was just because he was on holiday when I spent the majority of the time I've spent with him. It just
he was in
really feels
Australia.
like when he sits down to like do anything, and you can see it in the way he plays. He's so spontaneous and he never second guesses himself. There's no inner dialogue that's happening when he's winning or losing, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
There's no like, what if this, what if that, and you can see that when someone hesitates, and he's never hesitated, and he'll do something. He'll lose stocks before he hesitates.
You know what's funny too is like I feel like you're the same, but not in Melee.
Yeah, which is weird because I go into this like I need to be different mode now,
Yeah.
and I
But like
stop
I'll
the
visit
car.
you at any day in the trap, and you're like, and it's just like that's that. We went to Wood Ranch in basket. You went to Wood Ranch in basketball shorts,
And a polo.
and it was just like this is it. This is how it is. But in Melee, it's like, you know.
In Melee, I think I take Melee. Melee is the only thing I take seriously, and I think that's a problem. And I've been trying to get away with from that. Like I've been playing tournaments for fun, and I've taken some comedic losses. And I think,
Yeah. That's the word, right? It sucks, but, you know.
and I
that's
think
the word.
to laugh at that for me has been a really big step because when I got here, I had no ability to laugh at that.
Okay.
I think I've really grown in my ability to, and like I would watch West, and the only thing about a loss is like it's you being like, what do people think of me? And when I watch West lose, I think watching top players lose is a very important part. It's like you can learn from that.
You know, well, back when I at Evo, I was at the poker table with Johnny, and he was talking about Plup, or someone else was asking about Plup because I don't fucking talk about Melee, and they were talking about Johnny was like, yeah, Plup's really good. He's just like he still gets mad.
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
like it's weird that he still gets mad for how good of a player
Yeah,
he
Plop's
is.
mental game is that's what all the pros say is like Plop is absurdly good to have the mentality that he does.
And yeah, and I thought that was it. Like that's the way these guys think about it. Like once you just get over that, it's over. Like,
yeah,
you're,
no, like
you're
they
good to go.
they really don't care. Like I'll talk to West after he loses to some pleb, and he's mad somewhat, but like he's not worried about his reputation.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Johnny-
He's
Johnny
just like
never worries.
I'm better than like. It's been cemented so much earlier that I am who I am that like I don't need to justify anything or say that I played bad or like tell you that I played Fox or anything. You just know.
Yeah, and that's freedom. That's like that real
Yeah,
freedom.
and I started feeling that in my region when I started beating the really good players in my region. Like, and then some shitter would try to take it to me, and I'd just be like, you know, man, come on. You know, I just like don't run that, man. Like, you know where you stand.
Right.
I mean, Wes has always been that guy that would just lose in pools
Yeah,
and just still
win the
top
tournament.
2 or three
Right,
in the
right.
tournament, you know.
Would you, if you had the option to, let's say, remain how you are, but you get nervous in Melee, or your life, everything outside of Melee, you think the way you think when you're
It's a
nervous?
no-brainer. Do I sacrifice it all for the Melee glory?
You would.
Yeah.
If you could play like Mango
I'd be
24/7.
unlikable and skittish and a loser for
Ner-
the rest of my life. If it meant that I could just sit down and just blaze it on them.
Yeah. Okay.
M2K
I just
in
want
the
I just want the
streets,
glory.
Mango in the
Mango in the
sheets.
sheets. Yeah, dude.
I just want to. I want to be able to win, and maybe I don't mean that. I don't know. Maybe it would suck to be that guy, and that would be like a struggle for the rest of my life that I've just never experienced. So I can't.
But right now, if the button was right here, would you just fucking press it?
I think it'd be one of those buttons where it's like, yeah, and you pull the trigger on someone, and then you're like, what have I done? He's bleeding, like he's dying. You know,
No.
it's like
I wasn't ready for
I had a
this.
moment where I felt the power, and now I feel sad.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I think that's I'd be like, yeah, sacrifice it all for the Melee, yeah, get the W, woo, and then like
And then you're just like,
The next
not
so-
funny
the
anymore.
next like social interaction I have is just a fucking train wreck, and I'm sweating, and like all I'm doing is rethinking about every night I can't go to sleep because I'm thinking about conversations I've had. That would kill me.
Yeah, dude.
I would probably just legitimately become an alcoholic just to get those thoughts out of my head because they're so foreign.
Yeah. Can I say?
Whoa, shots fired from me.
Whoa.
Need put the mumbles.
Yeah.
Need put the mumbles.
What is this?
Even
Okay,
more
Becky.
Becky?
She's like sniping me from the other cubicle at work. She's like, ooh,
Oh,
third muffin.
I thought you were talking about Becky.
Becky's she's a myth.
Becky? Oh, Becky.
Becky.
Yeah, no, I'm with her.
There's this fine. There's this girl in the old Bad Melee podcast chat. Dave, Kim, Kira is in it, and we would run memes and shit. And
What's her type? Becky, if you're watching, what's her type?
Who do you
don't
like?
You don't like the goth, you don't like the foreigner, and you don't like the
I
American
never
guy.
got a hard no. She didn't say anything.
so anyway, Dave has this person. How did we come across Becky?
He's like, oh, there's this girl in my
UX
programming
class or
class or
whatever.
whatever.
I think it was
He
just
was-
like
he
she
just
was
like-
a normie, but she like was somewhat interested in
I don't know.
Melee.
Her Twitter, I was like, oh shit, Dave, who's that? She's cute. And we started memeing like, all right, send her this picture. And you would just take stupid pictures.
That sounds bad.
It sounds bad, but no, it was like our faces. We were
Yeah,
just,
it was selfies.
and so Dave was like, okay.
Tasteful at best.
Yeah. And she was just like shooting us down over and over, and it became this like,
I don't know if I ever
we're
got one
never
off.
good enough for Becky. I don't think you got one off. But Dawson took the most MySpace like emo pic I've ever seen.
I
I was
feel
like,
like
you can do this?
That's
like,
so polarizing, though.
That was like a C- picture.
I feel like
that
you
was
said
that was like-
insane.
yeah.
But yeah, now every time we say Becky,
that's one
it's
of
just,
Dawson's class abilities.
Dude, no.
Yeah.
Nieper could actually speak on this last night. Like Lexi took a picture of us, and I was like, let me work my magic, and I did it in like 2 seconds. It was like it took me like 2 seconds. It was like
He's a
pictures
selfie
done.
god.
that's fucking
I'm
wild.
I've never taken selfies like in my life. I think I've probably
I'm
taken
really, yeah.
at most 10, and they were for a promotion thing that I was doing with HyperX, where I was like, "Hey, got new headphones? They're cool. Look at me wearing them."
I am not.
I tweeted this out earlier.
It's a good photo.
That's
dude.
where the composition is beautiful. Like it's like from big to small. We got a house full of talented people.
Yeah. Anyway, I think I've probably taken 15 selfies lifetime, 10 of which have been for a branding thing. And Dawson's just he's a master. I'm like level 1. He's level 50.
It's Dawson's innate class ability.
Yeah, it is.
Like orcs have like extra rage.
Yeah.
He has just really good selfies.
He can just pull an angle out of anywhere.
Wait until Magnum comes out, dude.
you guys aren't ready with the zip disc with all the
Hey,
evidence.
have you guys seen Vanilla WoW's coming out?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
actually
wild.
pumped actually.
I thought you were
For
anti-WoW.
reals.
I messaged
I'm
my
only
best
anti
friend.
WoW because it took over my life for
Yeah.
a little bit.
And
And
rightly
you're
so.
ready to do it again.
yeah. Well, for vanilla, just to take a walk back. I know that's what
Yeah.
they're eating off of is
Yeah.
like people just wanting to relive
Just fuck
that.
me up.
Controversial,
Yeah, just fuck me up with
controversial
nostalgia.
opinion though. Vanilla actually sucks, and BC is like
Yeah,
where
no, I think
when
that's
everyone
not
talks
even
about
controversial.
vanilla, it's like BC is
That's
like
not even
what they're actually
controversial.
talking
though.
Wrath-
about.
Everyone
Wrath
knows
was
BC
like-
was the best time in WoW.
Yeah.
Wrath was like the height.
No, fuck
No,
that.
no!
DK came out and it was like the most bullshit.
No, you're dumb.
Yeah, no.
You're actually dumb.
no.
DK was bullshit.
Look,
It's
look
been
let's
bullshit.
take a quick. I just have to put this to bed. now.
Sennheiser survey.
All right, so Nax the remake was good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ulduar sucked.
Yes. It was
Uh,
actually just so hard.
Were you guys PvEers or PvPers?
I was PvE.
You guys are fucking whack.
PvP wasn't. I didn't get my dick hard like PvE did.
Anyway, the raids sucked in Wrath. Citadel sucked. What else?
No,
It was all bad, bro.
it didn't suck.
Nax was bomb.
Going
Though.
from-
Nax was actually
Nax
bomb.
was
Okay,
super
but
bomb.
look, going from vanilla to BC was just like it was like
I
the
was
second coming
BC.
of
All right,
Christ.
full disclosure. BC came before my time. I played during BC, but I didn't
okay.
raid.
It all
I didn't
comes
raid.
out. It all
I didn't
comes
raid.
out.
But
Okay, so
Wrath. But
BC
every
so Karazhan was the sickest raid ever made.
okay.
For full one.
For one,
Everyone
Two,
I've ever
Arena-
talked to is
Arena literally came out like you and like people
Yeah.
would like
That was like
play-
a
oh my
renaissance for
God.
PvP.
Yeah, like actual competitive WoW like happened.
SSC was dope.
I don't know. I think it'll be cool.
I think you're
I just want to play it again.
Yeah, me too.
I
But
just
I
wanna
messaged
be
my best
15
friend.
again.
Yeah, that's exactly what
Like,
he
come
said.
on.
Human
I
war-
messaged him.
human
We've
warrior.
always
Name
talked
him
about
Nieper.
this. Level him to 10 only. Get him just so he can wear like just gear that looks like a level 10 warrior gear.
just stuck at Westfall.
Nondescriptplayer.com.
Yeah, I messaged my best friend. I was like, dude, do we do it? Do we fuck with the source again?
That's no brainer, right?
And he was like, it'll never be the same, man.
That's true.
he was like,
It'll only
he's like-
last for a little bit.
and he's always the MMO fiend between us. He's always trying to get me back in the game.
I hate those
And
people.
he's like,
That's
dude,
Yeti for me.
hop on this MMO, bro. It'll be just like the old times when the boys would stay up and grind and stuff. I was like, no, dude, end that. Like, dead that. This is some new wave. This is some Aeon again. We got tricked by Aeon, that Korean grinding MMO, and I was like, never again.
Oh.
You know, some Guild Wars 2-ish. Anyway, so I messaged him this time, and I was like, dude. And he was like, it was funny because the roles were just reversed. For once, it was him telling me the real shit.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's messed up. Yeti is my dope man like that because there was like probably like I think 2 weeks straight he hit me up every day saying we need a Dragoon for Final Fantasy 14.
Oh, no.
And I was like, why are you doing this? I told you I had a problem. I told you this. in college.
I had a problem with BC, but I mean, I was like, and Wrath.
But I will say I was
I
the
was also
sickest
younger.
fucking
Like,
dragoon
when you're
and
younger,
tank
it doesn't matter.
that there was.
Yeah.
Just after school, just fucking go nuts on it. But
Yeah, there was a period where I had chronic fatigue and I wasn't going to school and I was just sleeping like 16, 17, probably 16 hours a day and just playing WoW for the other 8. And I was easily the best geared feral druid on the server at one point.
Feral druid, gross.
No, it was sick, dude. During Wrath, I was actually lit. It was one of the most damaging in the game class.
yeah.
I hate how Blizzard can just ruin everything.
Yeah.
Then one drop didn't go my way and, dude, Trial of a Crusader was the worst raid, bro. That was such a cop-out.
It was not good because it was just.
It was buggy,
it was,
too.
It was just boss rush.
Also,
Like that's just like let's just. I mean, taking out the trash is actually maybe a good idea because it doesn't like clearing trash doesn't achieve anything.
but it's not like I like Karazhan because the mansion is so sick and the final fight is on the roof. There's so many wings you can go to, and even there's a progression within that raid where it's like, all right, we got the first 3. Next week we'll get more.
well, that was every
Yeah.
raid.
Remember
But
like first
Karazhan
playing
had so many
trash and like
bosses, and it was
MC?
such a sick design. I actually never did that.
Really?
Yeah, I never raided in vanilla.
Okay.
So I mean that's my dark secret.
That was
You know what I didn't like is when Citadel came out. They did that like we'll make
you
it
were
easier.
60 during vanilla.
what?
You're a fucking hitter, dude.
Yeah.
You are a hitter. Holy
'Cause,
shit!
like, That
That was a long grind.
that was a hard
Vanilla 0 to 60.
Remember getting keyed?
Yeah, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah, you used to have to grind for hours on end to even be able to enter the raids. Like it was a quest chain that took like weeks.
Dude, I remember it was like when new servers would come out.
Do you remember
it was
Scholomance and like uppers and shit?
Sholomance? Yeah.
Come on. Come on.
dog. No,
Come on,
but
Khalid.
there was a thing that me and my friend did. A new neighbor, which just continued.
Wiccan?
No, he was just
Me and Wiccan would play well.
he was just a homie. But he was the one that kind of picked up the slack of me getting into video games. Got a new neighbor and played video games with him. Me and him would play WoW together, and when there was a time like early in vanilla where they would like make new servers, obviously because that's what happens in a new game. And we would just like do the 60 race and like try to clear an Nixia first and stuff like that.
That's
You
that's
guys were
heavy.
hitting it that hard?
Yeah.
You create a new
That's
character
heavy.
on a new server,
Yeah.
hit 60.
Yeah.
That's
You're
heavy.
playing like 12 hours a day?
Early on, like you grind the first like few weeks and then it's over.
Dude,
How was it over? How are you hitting 60 that fast?
A few weeks?
Yeah.
12 hours a day. You don't think it gets like that easy?
That's not possible, bro.
I promise you.
look it up. The character's still there, bro.
That's fucking wild.
What was your
You
character's
know how
name?
long, dude? Maybe my friends were just trash back then, but it took us so long to level, man.
What was your character's name?
I don't fucking
Some goth shit?
I don't fucking remember. I like the
Mine
My
was
first character was called Sir Scams a lot. Run and tell.
Mine was a orc warrior named Johnny HC, which stood for Johnny Hardcock.
Nice.
Only got to like
was
40.
Mary Pussy Poppins.
After between 45 and 60, it really gets pretty rocky out
That's
there.
actually the worst. I also played classes that were very easy to grind
So
with.
you're saying it's not worth WoW Classic?
Maybe, dude, I have more money than I had back then, so like buying games doesn't affect me as much.
Well, this one's about the time. Well, I guess no, because you can just tell
Maybe-
yourself to stop. but-
Maybe I just fuck with it till level 2. I just want to go back to Dead Mines, bro.
This
Yeah.
is a bad Warcraft
I just want to do one more
podcast.
Dead Mines.
No, one more Warcraft thing. My friend.
No, wait, one more, please.
One more Warcraft thing. My friend lived next to these juggalos in Colorado, and he found out because they were like ripping a bong outside when he came home once, and he was like,
Was he
"Oh,
not ICP?
he was like, oh hey, I do that," and so they became friends. And apparently, these juggalos were like auctioneer gods on their server, and were just making like hand over fist on the auction house in WoW.
My friend was like that too, where he just like knew how to undercut everybody
He
right way.
he was telling me, he's like, dude, server transfer, like we can live like kings on this server.
I loved how
I
different.
was like, no, I got friends here.
Yeah, I loved how different servers had like different economies and
Yeah,
shit
Yeah,
like that.
one time we started 2 characters on a server named Hall and Oates, 2 humans, because we
Yeah,
thought it was
yeah.
funny, and we went to the main. And I'd never played Alliance ever in my life, but
I only fucked with the Lions.
really, I was always
Really?
hard.
Horde.
But we never went to. I went to a town. What was the big Alliance town for humans?
Stormwind.
Went to
or
Stormwind.
Ironforge.
I think it was Ironforge. And
Ironforge has the auction.
we were looking around at to like
Stormwind
where
has auction house too.
where people should have
not
been like in the town. We were looking at like a lot of the high geared people, trash. And I was like, this is a pussy server. Like, I'm from Spirestone. We go fucking hard.
Yeah, I remember I like back in the day, for some reason, we used to go to an internet cafe. I don't know if I've told this story. We would skip school on Thursdays because we had teachers who would like just pushovers and the classes sucked. We didn't learn nothing. And
Run and tell it.
so and at our school, like, we just had a coordinator who would just be like, yeah, we'll give you sick notes, man. And he'd be like, cool, man, just not trying to pressure you or anything, man, just need those sick notes. And we'd be like, yeah, right, stop talking to me, Jim. Cool, talk to you later, man. Yeah, I'm with my friends now. Anyway, so we'd go to this internet cafe, and there was this fat man who ran it called Rusty. And Rusty ran an eBay business, but he would have to mail things to people who are buying games. He would sell games in the store, but they wouldn't sell that much because the internet cafe, who goes there to buy games?
Right.
Anyway, we would do all of his mail runs and he would want like fresh fries from McDonald's, but then a Subway sandwich.
What a fucking asshole. What a heathen.
Yeah, no, like he would have these quests that were like one fresh fries from McDonald's and then like one Subway sandwich. Don't let them, if they extra dress it, it's going to be bad. And so we'd run around the city doing these things for this man's, and then in return he'd give us bulk game time. And we used to just play heaps and heaps of Dota. But I don't know what this was relating to.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
Where are you at?
Yeah, we played a lot of WoW there too. No,
he was sick.
No, he was on weird time zones and he would raid during work. And he played on BlackRock and he was like, dude, Americans go so much harder, bro.
Really?
Like, yeah, he only wanted to fuck with BlackRock because it was the most populated. I think it was the most populated server. And he was like, bro, like he was in one of the best raiding guilds, and he was like, Australians just pussies on this game, man. And he was in it. Like he was in one of those guilds where you gotta like send him a resume.
Yeah, you gotta send him your world of logs.
And they're gonna kick you. Like one mistake, you're getting booted.
When I was in Colorado, I was trying to find a different job. I wanted to work a night shift because I was staying up. And this hotel I applied to, for some reason, I was getting my application. I started talking to the manager there, and she for some reason mentioned WoW. And I was like, oh shit, you play WoW. And this was like back when I was deep this was during new Nax, and I was like, all I will do is raid, and all I will do is achieve.
I was like that for a while during RAF.
And she's this girl's like, yeah, I play a lot actually, like at work. And I'm like, is that cool? Like, do you really? And she's like, yeah, we raided Nax last night. And I'm like,
at work?
I need to work. It was a night audit shift at a hotel. And I was like, can I have an application? She's like, yeah, but we're probably not hiring, but well, I'll throw you in there. But it was like, who does that? Like, it
I know people.
I
really know people who are doing that.
But people do, right? And you remember like people on your guild that would be like on some sus shit, like their baby'd be crying. They're like, no, we'll finish this up.
Yeah.
Or everyone had that guy.
I knew a bunch of people who would like rearrange their work schedules like for the raid.
Yes.
Where it's like, and it kind of like, as a kid, I was just like, yeah, you should do that. But like,
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Jim, tell that boss to fuck off.
Yeah, but like looking back, it's like, dude, you should be taking sick days. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Shit was wild.
People really used to love it.
And
it's kind of like Melee, where it's like you finally have something worth living for, and you're like, fuck work.
Yeah,
like, you're willing to really sacrifice.
You're willing to make a turn. You get up at 7 and go to work all day, and then don't even go home and go straight to a tournament, and that turns into like a 14-hour day.
Yeah,
just because you wanted to play Melee as well, and that's that love. TBH.
Yeah. And there are guys who come home and like would just like WoW is everything to them.
You mentioned Warcraft. I thought it was really funny. We were talking in the car. Mike mentioned the Balk cast, which was, and Mike was like roasting them because I guess they don't upload on like traditional podcast platforms.
They don't want to put on SoundCloud.
Oh, we were talking about like to get to the Balkcast, you have to like log into Warcraft 3.
You have to select the PM custom map.
Yeah, you gotta download it from a custom map. You gotta be in an observer slot.
Yeah, you gotta go. There's a tavern where you gotta get a panda, and then you gotta spam hold really fast. And instead of making noises, the PM Balk cast comes through.
Yeah, it begins, and you have to keep patrolling or it'll stop.
Yeah.
But like, there's some arcane like fucking way into like find a secret weekly podcast.
So
you
got to get your brawl disc.
Yeah,
you go into music.
You need a PM to play the Balk PM or the Balkcast. Sorry.
You connect to a random guy on Brawl Netplay.
And he gives you a wave file that you need to decompress.
A FLAC file.
It's gonna
He gives you a FLAC.
It's going to take a while for that to go peer-to-peer over some Wii's.
Yeah. Any hopeful podcasters out there, don't do that. So just do the normal thing. No, not to rip on the Boutcast. I'm sure it's great.
It's probably a great cast.
Yeah. You know what? Also, I get that question every now and then. What?
I mean, it probably is.
No, you should have seen his face when he said it. No, but it's funny. I get questions from people like, "How do I start a podcast? Like, what do I do?" And
The rules are pretty simple.
the rules are simple, and it just here's what the secret, Cap. It's gonna suck for a long time. Not your material. Your material might be fire, but no one's gonna care. Like, you're just gonna have to do it for a while.
That's the hardest part of anything is convincing people to care.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, the first year of streaming is like, I've talked to so many big streamers, and they're like, the secret is I was streaming 12 hours a day to 5 mans.
Yeah, right?
And like
Yeah.
they were just like, I
You
was
just
just
put in
in
the
here
goddamn
day
work.
in, day out. And it's like, because everyone wants to be a big streamer, but nobody wants to lift heavy ass weights, you know?
Yeah. And you gotta like believe in your like when I first did the podcast, I was like I believed in hard enough that like yeah, we're funny enough. Like I'm talking about season 1, which we weren't. Like we're
I believed at a time, ironically, when it was not right to believe.
Yeah, I was like, we are funny enough to do this, and that it's entertaining enough for people to listen to, and you just keep doing it, and you get like, we were lucky. We had like a couple hundred to start with because of the heat from the original Bad Melee articles,
Oh, okay.
but I mean, people out here hitting like 12 viewers, and it's like it's rough, and you
But
know
you
what?
the thing is, though,
You gotta be worth something too. I guess.
I don't ever think about the fact that this camera's even on.
Right.
Like, I don't. At no point will I ever be like, is it 50 or 100? Like, when I stream, I don't even like to look at them.
I don't look at viewers either. I mean, I'm talking about just in general. You want to know after the
You should
fact.
just be having fun with your friends, though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if it's not fun to do, then quit now.
True. Big true. That's why I'm playing Melee still, I guess.
And God knows that hasn't been fun for years.
Losing an S ain't so fun.
Dude.
Oh, come on, man.
Shut.
Stone so
I'm so fucking mad. They put in the crew battle last night, draft crews. Miles puts me in 2. He puts me in 2nd. Like we had 2 girlfriends on our team. We literally had David Chong's girlfriend
I don't know what you're implying.
and Nick's girlfriend.
You saying that girls can't be good at Melee?
I'm saying that they aren't good at Melee, and we all knew that. And we drafted them. And you guys sent me in 2nd because it's like, yeah, Slime, you know, it's like you throw people in first that you don't want to depend on. And you threw me in 2nd, and then
what happened, bro?
Nick-
You lost to a goddamn
he
low
went
tier.
fucking FD.
So, I mean, so you're saying you should have been depended on and you didn't carry, bro?
I should have been dependent on.
You like
And
that
you
guy
lost-
who's
I
like,
wanted to play the real game.
You
I didn't
said-
want to play Ness on FD.
you said put me in, coach?
I didn't say put me in, coach.
came
You
in-
said you're going in, kid.
No, you said, look,
I said, okay,
you said,
coach.
I'm an anchor. And I said, win some first quarter shots first.
I wasn't. Anyway,
you gotta hit the free throws.
I get
man.
fucking. I lose to fucking
Let's see a good
Envy's Ness on
performance,
FD, and I was.
It was a slaughter, too.
I was. It wasn't a slaughter. What the fuck?
It was a bloodbath.
It was a close game.
It was. It was. a
It
close
literally to what last stock. What the fuck?
It was
Last
like
stock last
This
convinced.
is goddamn slander. This is just
Anytime-
math.
Anytime you lose to Ness, it's a slaughter.
It is that. That's true. But God, fuck you guys. I was so.
He was like actually just bummed.
I was
for,
like I
an
was
hour
filming. I was
afterwards.
filming that night, just like filming the party, just because it was fun. And like for 20 minutes, I was like, I don't want to film anything. Like, I was just so fucking bummed out.
It's like
When
it
you're
wasn't
in
that
that
he was
mood-
saying like don't talk to me, but he definitely didn't want to talk.
Yeah.
When you're in that
He was
mood where
just
you
like,
don't know what
whatever.
to do, it's like, do I talk to my friends? Do I just have to walk around aimlessly feeling this like
That's exactly.
That's
Anger.
what he was doing. But he only had like a 10-foot radius to walk around.
Yeah, so you just pace around and you're like, do I talk to these guys? No, fuck these guys.
Yeah, and
And
you
then-
go through that loop in your head like 40 times.
And then you start talking to your friends
You
again.
forward
You
smashed
come
his
down.
shield like 6 times though, like a goddamn
V Money
idiot.
came up behind me and he's like down tilt, and I down tilt his shield, and then he like
You got nothing out of it, and then you forward smash his shield, and he back airs you out of
I
it.
shouldn't have forward smashed him.
Yeah.
You're right.
Why you listen to the coach who's been throwing games, dude?
I know. I anyone could have said anything to me and I would have done it.
Forward tilt.
Like, hey, side B cancel, do the middle shorten and ledge cancel on FD. Okay,
It's a pretty long thing to say behind somebody.
fuck it. In the neutral, I'm like focusing. Yeah, no, that was fucked up. Shout out to Nick. Good shit.
Yeah.
You know he loved that too.
No, I fuck.
You know,
I'm done. I'm done with low tiers. I told you guys. I was like, I get it now.
You're trying to say Fox crushes him today. He was like, yeah, one day I'll just play Fox. And like, I'll just invalidate low tiers.
What I was saying.
Falco
no,
does it.
What I was saying is that I will no longer play low tiers with any respect. I will just be an asshole to them and make them get off that game. No, I won't.
Dude, it's harder with Fox to beat low tiers.
No, I'm just saying, even if I stay with Falco, I'm just going to play like a dick. You can't be dick.
Yeah, just camp. That's
yeah,
the thing.
I will. Because then they will then they'll play a real character and I can play the game.
Everybody says this, but a week later, you're gonna be back on that F smash ish, and you're gonna be like, "Damn, man." Yeah, but I didn't lame him out though, so I'm still sick. You know.
I'm done with that. I'm done. This is a new leaf.
Yeah.
New fucking leaf.
Everybody
Miles.
goes to McDonald's on the car drive home. Last time, man. I'm eating healthy. I got kale at home. And then
you'll see.
You see him at the venue throwing F smash.
I'll show you all.
I hope so. I want to one day tune into a stream and you just clean up a 3-stock on a
Nest
on a Kirby doing nothing but laser. Back air and up tilt.
And I'll feel fucking good about
That's
it.
literally what I told him. I was like, you literally just have like auto cancel back air, up tilt, and laser. And Ness can't do anything.
I should have went.
There's like no.
I should have went Falcon because what I realized is I like faster characters no matter what, and Falcon's fast. So I don't know. It's beside the point. Fuck this game.
Dog, how do you think I feel? They were saving Coney for me.
Really? I didn't. Oh yeah, I wasn't watching.
Dude, Coney is like fucking a
Coney
god.
was staying warm the whole night too on the
I
setup.
know, dude.
He was farming. He was just like, "Hey Slime, you want a money match?" Like a little shitting grin on his face. And I remember when Coney was bad, so I'm like, there's that feeling of like, I still got it over him. But now Coney's sick, and he just destroyed me 3-0.
Dude,
like, fuck.
Someone's saying Coney looks like the Koopa Trooper that walks you through. Is it like Koopa Sori or whatever the stage is called on Mario Party 4?
Oh, I don't know the lore.
Neither do I.
Oh, you guys don't party. I forgot.
Partied earlier today. Well, you guys did. I took a nap. Took a nap while you guys ran it.
Oh, what a final victory that was too. In the best way. And
you.
Dude, I think my true transformation has happened in Mario Party.
Oh, that's Coney.
Yeah. My true transformation. I remember when I used to anchor, I would be on 0 stars, 0 coins the whole game. I won the minigame star today.
Good shit. That's a real star.
That's the only real star. And I was like,
I wish there was a true.
I used to
RNG.
never win a minigame. I used to never eat.
Why? Why were you bad?
I was just awful.
Dude, Nick, him and Envy on the mashing minigame for the dominoes. You guys tied on like a record. Like
it was like 112.
112, and you both tied.
Yeah,
on the same team.
That's so.
That was
optimal.
like a fucking beautiful team combo.
Yeah, because then we both get. That's insane.
That's good shit.
Dude, Callie from AZ apparently puts up like 140s in that game.
Jesus Christ! I wonder what the. Did you guys ever see that? It was from a GDQ. That it was like a side video. They're doing like a track and field game on the N64. It's like AB.
It's literally just a mashing game.
The mashing one. You saw that video, right?
I mean, I know about the game. I never saw the video.
The video is because it's a speedrunning marathon. Everyone's just going in and out and like trying out to just play the little mini game. And this guy does it, and it's like they do the Rocky music, and it's such a sick video. I'll link it to you later. But that's what it reminded me of. It was like just straight mashing.
Everyone has their own technique. I vibrate my hand, like I vibrate the controller.
Yeah, that's like the speed runner. It's like I think the most optimal, but I don't know.
A lot of guys use their index finger. I don't know.
Speaking of speed running, how's the? Are you gonna continue the quest to be
LBJs?
king of the lobby?
Well, I mean, I'm already king of the lobby, but king of the rest of the game, I don't know. I like Zelda more actually. I think if I was gonna fuck with speedrunning heavy, I'd go back to OOT.
Would it be 100% or
No,
dank
100% is 4.5 hours, bro.
He does the.
So what, bitch?
I
Are you
forget
saying
what's-
you're not down?
That's like you're holding one in.
That's true. I wonder how many times like ZFG has just really had to shit, and he gets like a first try Dampe, and he's like, okay, well, I don't know, I'm just gonna have to run it.
I think literally speedrunning pros would shit themselves for the world record. No
You gotta.
No questions asked.
That's what you came on this earth to do.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess
What's a little shit in the pants?
The thing about streaming though is that nobody's in the room with you, so you can pretty much do whatever you want below that camera.
That's true. Just like a wired like tube to like a pee bottle on their wiener, just like
Catheter
this is
just
the
set up.
this is the setup.
He's
dude.
sitting on a toilet, dude.
It's made to look like his bedroom, like from the waist up.
You use a green screen, dude, and it just eliminates all of that.
A green screen behind your toilet.
Yeah.
That's the fucking meta. That's
You just turn the toilet into a DX racer. Yeah, you guys see that guy who got exposed for using a picture of a DX racer in his cam? But
no.
like, what he didn't do was, you know how the DX racer has those little holes near the head? He didn't cut those out, so they were just white.
Okay.
Like, he didn't fix the image. Like, he magic wanded the image so that it was just like a ghost image that he could put behind him. But he never took out those white bits, and people were just like, "What the fuck?"
What was he sitting on?
Probably just a stool.
So he just pretended he had a DX racer?
Yeah, he just tried to trick people into thinking.
Was
he
it
had
like for a meme?
No,
or he was
he
like-
got caught. And he was very embarrassed.
That's so. What the fuck?
He
Why are
wanted
you
to-
embarrassed? That's
he
so
wa-
funny.
No, but he like
He
probably
just wanted to have
thought.
clout.
Yeah, he wanted to have clout or like tell people he got it like that.
That's so funny, dude. Mike Hayes, I think, did that on his stream for a long time. He had the green screen, and people be like, "Mike, your apartment's really nice." He'd be like, "Thanks." And it's just fucking green screen of
Yeah.
like a.
Take that green screen away. It's just trash waist high.
It's what the dinner table looks like
Oh
over
my
there right
God.
now. There's
Well,
just nail
just-
polish and Coors and
just
fucking
looks like
Schmidt and
this.
Schmout.
Yeah. This is the cleanest table in the house.
Actually, it's not. This is this is the
There's-
podcast blanket or what do you call it?
Tablecloth.
Tablecloth.
We have
Very
a
good.
goth one now too.
Yeah, the goth one's over there, but this one has all the battle scars from like Domino's and the fucking
This hasn't
garlic
been washed
sauce.
once.
It's really gross.
I think at the end of the season,
We're gonna have to put it
one-
up like a flag.
We gotta burn it, dude.
wash
in the
once per
backyard.
season.
once per season. Yeah, just. Well, I mean, you never really get all these stains out, but that's okay.
I actually wanted to ask Miles about how when you first came here, you were really about the grind for Melee, and now you're like playing games like League of Legends and
Yeah,
like
come on.
LBG.
I've
Like-
actually been grinding Melee in the last 2 months.
Yeah,
way
yeah.
harder solo than I've been doing. When I got here, I just got burned out. I played so many friendlies. I was playing like X amount of hours of friendlies per day.
Yeah, I feel you definitely were. There was a point where you, like,
I just wanted
had-
to pump the brakes and like
Yeah.
start learning more again. And so I've been putting heaps more time into playing people on net play and matchups that I suffer in, and playing a lot solo on my computer as well, and just grinding situations out with saved replays and save states. So like actually, although it might not seem like it, I've been grinding solo way harder than I've ground pretty much the whole year. Because
Yeah.
I'm gearing
Cool.
up. I'm gearing up again, ironically, to go back to Australia and try to beat people there, which is much more motivating to me than playing here for some reason. Because it's the guys that I grew up with, and I'm like, there's that thing where it's like, you can't be better than me.
Right, yeah.
I can't let this.
See, I have that thing, but they just all become better than me.
I can't let the story end here. And like against these people, I actually really care.
Okay. We were joking that like when you do go back, you're gonna like your accent's gonna be off.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you're gonna pull some shit. They're like, we don't like him any. Like he's
That's
weird
weird,
now.
bro.
Like he's gonna drop cunt like in a wrong way, and they'd be like, hey,
Oh, whoa.
that doesn't
Whoa.
fit right.
It doesn't sound right when you guys say it. It never has. Yeah, I don't know. I think when I talk to other Australians, we definitely fall back. It's like when you see an old friend and you start doing in jokes that you and that guy did in high school, or like
Yeah.
you just fall back into the habits that you have with that person. Just like how Ludwig says some things with the AZ boys that he might not say in California as much.
It's true.
Anyway,
and then try to
Ludwig's so
justify it with
nonplussed
a
right now.
family member.
certain stepdad.
Specific voice.
anyway,
Anyway,
um,
But yeah, what I mean is, I think I'll fall back into the old habits extremely fast. Of like
Yeah, that's good.
talking.
I can't wait
talking
for
like that.
the you and Sora collabs.
Me and Sora collab's gonna be
It's
fire.
gonna be so.
I
fucking
think
sick.
I want to start doing, maybe not. I'm not no podcast or anything, but I want to start working on content as much as that is like
Oh,
seems
shit.
weird.
because you know you got it now.
No, I just want to do stuff with Sora.
Yeah, no, he's
Yeah.
great.
And like I just want to stream with him. I mean, we're gonna be streaming. We're gonna be net playing each other most days because he's doing nothing but play Melee at this point. So I'm gonna get home and just be like, like what ain't nothing changed.
I would love to have Sora on a podcast one time. Just
Sora
like
would be a
one-
great guest.
Oh my
He'd be good.
god, dude!
One day,
The energy,
Next
the
time-
energy
next
of
time
that
he-
lad.
next time he comes.
But yeah, I think we're just gonna be streaming and stuff every day and like playing. So we'll be on Discord. So we may as well be, I'll be cutting that up into some sort of highlight reel, and it'll be good times.
Cool.
Dude, he played
He's wonderful.
he played Doki Doki Literature Club, and I need to watch the VODs because apparently it was hilarious.
Fuck yeah. Sora's on the come up. He's
Sora just has
he's
it
one
like
of the
that.
yeah. He's one of those kids. That's like always gonna be. in
can't
a
keep him
couple
down.
years, he's gonna be some good shit.
Like the fucked up thing about Sora is he hasn't even turned into the man that he's gonna be yet.
I know that fucks me up too.
He's still like he's so much stronger than so many people that I know, and he hasn't even like it's just like he's a Charmeleon. Still.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
definitely he's an early Charmeleon.
He's not even zarted out yet. And when he catches his stride like big league, it's gonna be scary.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm on his team. I'm glad I know him.
I don't think Sora would ever like. He's not the kind of guy to. That's the thing. He'll never be. He's not somebody that you need to be on the team of, but you want to be on the team of.
Yes, for sure.
Because he's not going to be like us and them ever. He's going to be like, hey, new friend,
Big fan.
Shouts out.
New fan.
new fan alert.
So yeah, you think when you get home it'll be pretty seamless transition? You just link up with the boys and
I mean, these are people I've known my entire life.
yeah, cool.
I mean, my best friend's already asking like when I'm getting in. We're going to be hanging out the second I get in. So
Oh, good stuff.
yeah, I mean, this is someone who I spent most days with when we're free. So
Let's we can start going to chat. I'm sure chat wants to
Let's
talk
do like
lot.
a mini AMA for Miles.
Yeah, mini AMA for Miles,
I'm with that.
and be good times.
What's the runtime?
115.
115. Where is it? Where am I?
Yeah, it's gonna be weird though. Like I think the curse of having so many good times this year and making so many connections here is that now I'll always be missing a place. Like no matter where I am,
Yeah, right.
I have 2 homes now,
Yeah.
and that kind of sucks. But I mean, the sadness is just like a product of having had so many good experiences.
Miles, how do you feel about drinking culture in LA versus Australia? And then he put Rich Kenji emote.
I like the Rich Kenji.
That's Alphabear. He's a real
Drinking culture. I think Americans like have it kind of twisted compared to Australia. Like it's not something we do, it's just who we are. If that I don't
Yeah, that's a big thing too that I've noticed.
It's not we never count our beers. We never say like I'm never drinking again. Like it's just something that is so ingrained in our culture. And like I run into guys out here who like either don't drink or get like paralytic when I see them, you know? Like and not to say I'm never like not remembering certain things I do. But what I mean is like
certain pants episode.
I'll see mans like either sober or passed out, you know?
Yeah, well, I feel like another big difference here is like Americans are always looking for the story, or at least a lot of them are. A lot of young drinkers.
Yeah.
They're always looking for like, bro, last night fucking. It's like that Dave Chappelle bit where he's like, I had 2 shots of Jaeger, 4 bong hits, man.
Yeah,
Cheeseburger.
Yeah, cheeseburger.
And I think the thing is like we've been getting into
Tequila.
our local pub since we were 17, and like we just like the first time I ever got drunk, like my dad used to give me cups of beer when I was young, and like then I'd have like one time we got a 6-pack and we like had it in my friend's backyard, and we were just like barbecuing like we'd seen like our old like the examples that had been set were a lot chiller. It's like this is what you do, you just barbecue with the boys. Who cares who drinks what? We just have like 4 or 5 beers and we'd be like, oh, this is what that feels like.
Yeah, America's
Mm.
definitely
There wasn't
on
like
that.
some crazy rager that I went to the first time I drunk. It was just like in a backyard with my best friends.
Yeah, and another like when you do go to a rager and like maybe someone gets stomped out and like a lot of stuff happens, just like yeah.
A lot of that did happen. There was some times.
But for a lot of guys, I think they grow up on media and like the idea that drinking culture should be like wild and kooky, and so they'll be like,
Yeah.
"Fucking Rod came over and he fucking punched me in the face, dude." And it's like,
yeah, they get it. No, but it's like even like stuff like frat life and like the whole media. Yeah, you're right. Like the media around like American high school parties is very stylized, and I think there are people in Australia who might be like, "Oh, that's cool," but that's never imitated really.
Mikey asks, "What's the Eichelman of Australian food?"
It's just such a hard question.
That's a brain twister.
I'm gonna say there's a cuisine that Chinese people brought to our takeaway places called dim sim. Like it's like dim sim, but it's always fried. Like it has like we call them dimmies, is their colloquial name, and they're like a little fried wonton with just weird sausage meat inside. And they get sold at like corner stores and stuff that have like a bain marie, you know, like a hot area, and that's the Eichelman, just greasy, cheap. You don't really know what's inside. Like the meat that's in there is like it's part onions, it's part like it's just a construct. And the joke in the neighborhood actually used to be that that's cats, that the Chinese guys would kill the cats, the strays in the neighborhood, and make them into dim sims. So nobody really knew what was inside them. But yeah.
Okay.
Someone asked earlier, are you coming back eventually?
Oh yeah, for sure. Next year.
That'll be a fucking that'll be a banner year at the Bender household.
Whoa. Yeah, bro.
It's coming.
Yeah,
in.
and
Did you get it?
Yeah, it's Breakfast Club.
Okay, thank you.
God, I don't need to pick up
I'll
every
be-
bit.
I'm just saying.
One way or another, basically what I'm saying is I got prospects, and if one of the prospects I have doesn't pan out, the other one is prepared to get, like, all roads lead back here
Okay.
eventually.
Fuck yeah. What was one that was good? You hype for Australian NTSC UCF?
Yes,
All he does, Pal's not even in the room, and he's talking shit on Pal.
I hate Pal so much. Sora is the only woke man in Australia. He'll DM me randomly and be like, "Watch this
I'll
clip."
fucking hate Pal so much.
Dude, there was one time where SD, like the hero of my region, and the man who brought me up in the game, up smashed Spud on a clean like 101 on Yoshi's. I'm not joking. It was like 98. Spud sits in the magnifier for 5 seconds, comes down and zero like just gimps him, and everybody in the crowd was furious, like to win the game,
I think that's how we first bonded. I was like, yeah, Pal's awful, dude.
Yeah, it's terrible, and you can't even.
That was like one of the first questions I asked you.
It's like
how
two
do you
old
think-
racists just being like, "Yeah, I hate Mexicans." You're
No,
like, you know what? Me
no.
too.
I just
No.
It's the same thing.
floaties.
It's like
dude,
two
look,
leftists
if Puff-
complaining about
if Puff's top-
the systematic oppression of.
If Puff's top 3 in NTSC, she's the best character in Pal. I believe that.
Yeah.
You're the biggest Fox apologist I think I've ever met in real life.
Dude,
Like, hardcore.
NTSC Fox is the best character in the game. Yeah, sure, he does everything the way I want. But play Pal Fox, watch an up smash. Legit, if you up their up smash, that's not an option because they come out of they can tech away quicker than you come out of the lag of the
Marth
move.
could fucking tech Shine and Pal, and that's fucked up.
That's true.
Marth is knocked
But
down.
fuck you guys.
That
You know if he DIs,
Fox deserves what he gets
ASDR down.
in Pal.
Oh.
He's Fox.
start maining him, bro. Find out.
Whatever.
No, I can't wait to move to NTSC because then we can actually like watching. Not only have I struggled against Marth my entire life, but trying to fix that problem is not. I'm watching the one set where Leffen played Moon in Europe, and Moon they both play awfully, and I learned nothing. There's one set, so it's like I was coming up with answers like, oh, if you're running Shine forward air him, you can get an up smash off it if he doesn't DI the forward air out. It's like just stupid stuff, and it's like having to lab that all yourself. And then you figure out that it's SDIable, and you're like, well, back to the drawing board.
Mm.
Whereas you could just watch footage of great Foxes play in NTSC, and it's like, oh, that's
Why
how
do you
that's how I
think
do that.
Armada likes it so much, man?
Yeah, because it's
Because Peach.
yeah.
is
I mean,
floaties
yeah,
just are busted.
Yeah,
dude.
it might actually just be that Floaty's the best in Pal.
Yeah.
You seem like a guy who takes competition seriously. Have you always been that way, or are there any writers/thinkers that you feel influenced you? I think we've talked about this a lot.
I don't
Me and
think
Miles
I
had.
don't think you can be influenced by somebody else to feel like a certain way about competition. I think
We've
in
always
my
had the
early
same
days of Melee,
ideas.
I just genuinely believed that I was special and I was just gonna win because like what was going on in my head was just like better than theirs, and I just like really wanted to prove that. Like I'd play with people and I'd be like, you guys are all like not like this is just like
we were
very-
saying before that.
this is like low ball shit, and I really believed that like even though what I was doing wasn't up to that level at the time, that I was gonna get there. And I think that's kind of faded away from me, and that might be why I didn't improve as fast this year as I have in other years.
Well, we were saying before that when we were little, like when you were a little kid and I was a little kid, and like we had the same ideas growing up that like we just had that in us, like that.
Yeah, I just always
Like
wanted
that
to.
fuck you.
I just always wanted
I
to
wanna
play,
win.
and every time I think being a competitor is mostly about how you take losing.
How
And
so?
every time I lose, if there's a better player than me in the room, I will generally play. I used to always, but now it's generally play until they say stop.
Okay.
Like if there's somebody who I can learn from or that I want to eventually be better than, and like I went through my entire neighborhood and then my entire region being like, these guys are still better than me, and they would come around somewhere and I would just be like, can we play? And they'd be like, yeah, and I'd be like, when do you want to leave? Because I'm down to play till whenever. And every time I would lose, I would just want to play more, and I think that's important because I see guys talk about quitting. I've never once thought about quitting.
Never once.
Never crossed my mind that I would stop playing Melee,
Fuck yeah.
like off a loss.
He
Losing
just-
losing has never made me think about quitting.
His answer is pick up Sheik.
Sheik is boss.
Fuck you, Sheik. No, your Sheik's hard now.
Sheik is a bad character.
You know what I mean though? It's like I think it's about how you take losing, and some guys just they take losing like you goddamn soy, and good luck being a competitor if you lose and you want to quit, like it's over for you.
Are girls hotter in SoCal or Australia?
Australia.
How so?
I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
LA's different.
I feel like the baseline in LA is just so low.
No,
I mean,
you
we're
live-
also in like IE kind of. So
You're,
it's like,
you're in Pomona.
yeah, we're in Pomona.
Chill.
But I mean, also there's so many girls at home who would be like hard nines who don't take themselves nearly as seriously as a 9 in LA. Like try walking up to a cute girl in LA and just shooting the shit. Good luck.
It's
Like not even with no motive.
well, that's not that true. But like once it starts to go into hey, it's like her robot shutters go down.
It's like very transactional. I've had a lot of conversations with people who are like, so what do you want? And I'm like, literally nothing but to be entertained.
Yeah, I'm with that. I mean,
And
so that doesn't happen in
I
Australia.
just feel like
Australia.
there's
Oh,
the girls in
never.
Oz, especially ones who like maybe for better or worse have a higher worth because of what they look like, are much more willing to just play because they like having fun instead of being like, so what do you drive?
That's like a stereotype. Like that doesn't really
No, but like
happen
there's
here.
like there's more of a transaction in terms of like even just like enjoying small talk is more of an American thing, I think. Like I feel like hitting the banter way faster with girls back home is like they just enjoy playing more, I think,
okay.
than girls I've met here at least.
Okay. I mean, but the hotter ones are here.
Disagree.
but like,
No, Hulka asked, what was the main thing you learned with your stay in SoCal, Melee related and in general?
I learned that I'm not the best player in the world.
So you really thought you were?
I didn't think I was the best player in the world. I just thought that
you had Mango at your house and you thought you were the best
Yeah.
player in the world.
I just thought I had something inside me that was like 98% of people didn't have it. I
Okay.
really believe that. I don't know if I believe it anymore, but I guess I've learned that like you really have to grinding really is like I always say this when I'm like in a period of learning and in a period of grinding. It's like it really do be like that. Like you can really sit down and hash it out. Like every time there was one time when what's his name? Fucking
Jago.
that one fox
Jago.
who's rarely around. He's very very handsome lad.
No.
Mojo.
Noel.
Yeah.
No, Noel quit the game.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm like almost positive.
Why?
Rip Noel. If you're out there, Noel,
no, I hope
come
Noel-
back.
Because Noel was heading to college. Noel's got better things ahead of him than Melee. Like, it's on that
Noel,
Bruce
come
Wayne
back.
I actually
No,
don't know.
No,
if
I'm glad that you've made it out of the bottomless pit that is Melee.
He
You
might-
never think of us again.
he might still go to turnip, but I haven't seen him on
Basically,
like a
Noel
stream
beat me
at
in a
all.
close one night, and then I went home and I played him. It was Wednesday night fights and then Power 9 the next day. And I went home and I figured out, I just like looked at all of his bad habits, looked at what I did wrong, practiced for the afternoon, and then like three stocked him. Then
Yeah, I
played
remember.
him the next day.
I recalled that story too, and you were like, "Yeah, I just came correct." Like
Uh,
you studied and you beat
Yeah,
him.
you can really study for the test and like get the A.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of people's Melee journeys, especially in weaker regions, are just like, I'm just learning really fast. This is just really fun. I'll just keep playing friendlies and like I'm just the person who learns the quickest in the room, so that's nice. Whereas like there's someone more talented than you in SoCal at Melee. Like no matter who you are.
Mm.
It's just who puts in the work. And like I wasn't used to that level of understanding that yet before I came here.
Okay.
Like that you really can work and improve, but it's not just going to be this unconscious learning process that carries you.
Okay.
So I'd say that's the main thing is like hard work really do pay.
What about Melee or not Melee related?
I think this year I've become closer to the person that I've always wanted to be. So that's been good.
In what capacity? Aesthetically?
No, not really. If anything, I'm looking pudgy.
we were at Wood Ranch and
I'm looking pudgy and more out of shape.
we
than I
were
ever
talking about like because I was gonna
have. Like you've aged.
I was gonna find like Miles getting wobbled by Jago in like February or March from Power 9.
classic clips.
And I went and found, and I was gonna cut it into something. And you look so different and young.
He has
Yeah.
like longer
You look like
hair
a damn
and he's,
skater,
yeah.
like punk ass.
That's why I think that's why we clicked. He had like longer hair and was just like this Australian like
I like the same.
Hessian.
I like the same
fucking-
things as you as well.
Yeah.
Misery.
Yeah.
I was like, do you like hardcore music by any chance? That's quite big in my country. The
you
pit
s-
is
you-
that a thing you guys have?
I think
here?
I was wearing all black, and he's like, "Oh, someone looks like they're about to go home and listen to Mineral," and I was like, "Fuck,
Like my man.
Yeah,
my man."
hit him right in the spot.
Someone asked, "What's the sketchiest situation you've been in?"
Me personally,
yeah.
in SoCal.
Yeah, since your stay here.
There's been too many to count really, but none of them ever boil over. Like obviously I'm still here, so none of them ever boiled over.
Sketchy situation.
I think there's been confrontations that have almost been fights,
I think
but everyone's almost fighting out here, so I'm not worried.
that's another thing I thought you were gonna say that you've learned is like that the Gus culture runs thick out here.
I think Oz, ironically, like you guys have guns out here, so you'd think that like there would be some spooky spots, but probably Oz has had like more spots where I've got myself into real trouble. That spot with the car guy, that seemed sus, but there's been a million kind of things like that. Just I guess it's just like homeless people doing stuff, or like me not knowing where I'm gonna sleep for a night. That's it really. I mean, there was some run-ins when I didn't know where I was gonna sleep that were kind of sus, but nothing where I was like, wow, I got out of that one, like close shave.
Okay. Once. Boop. Pause. We'll miss you, Bonathan. This guy's asking about Booney.
Booney is real. I've had people ask me if Booney is like this character that I've created. No. Mans really does exist.
The way when me and Miles are trying to like make an analogy to something, or Booney is like this archetype that we can sort of lay against a situation or a person and compare and understand better.
He really does do all of the things I've taught. Like he goes between Southeast Asia and Australia. Southeast Asia is really close to us, so people go there to party all the time. Booney legit was barred out in a shack in Siem Reap or like Vietnam, Cambodia for months.
And he was, rootin', bootin', lootin'.
Root Loot Boot is real.
Yeah, I got the order wrong. Root Loot Boot, that guy, yeah. And Miles has talked a lot about him, and
He's just more of an idea, really, of like this.
He's like
of like the
human unfiltered.
He just doesn't give a fuck, man. And that's him and his crew. Like that's the only thing they champion, I think.
He brings the girls home, and he's got a Spider-Man mattress on the garage floor.
Yeah, it's cold in that garage.
And he's still, slaying.
He's got chlamydia too.
Jesus Christ.
You know what I mean? Like this is how this man operates.
So yeah, he's real. Let's see here. What are you looking forward to the most coming back home? Family, friends.
You guys are gonna hate this because it's on some GMO shit, but real outside sourced food. The food quality.
He's always on some shit about our food,
dude. The
man.
food quality is so much higher. Like I can't explain it to you guys. Like when I got here, I was legitimately like. I know you guys are gonna be like, that's just one.
You
instance,
live in
man.
Pomona, man.
We went to Jack in the Box, bro, and I was like, this is dog. Like, how is this fit for human consumption?
It isn't.
But the point I'm trying to make is Mans will serve you up some stuff out here, and like even random small places do it. So food is one thing I'm looking forward to. Seeing my homies, obviously.
There's an alternate
competing again and like playing Sora on a good net play connection is gonna be sick. Yeah, there's big things happening. So there's a major coming up soon that I'm gonna be at. Hopefully, make some noise. Try to beat Spud.
There you go. That's the goal in Australia, is try to beat Spud.
Spud's sick, man.
Spud's a fucking legend.
Yeah, like I'm so glad that someone was trying to like compare. They're like, so how's your scene compared to like Colorado or something like that? I'm like, we got shooters, dude. They're like,
got the fucking
but
Draco.
I feel like if I moved to SoCal, like I'd do pretty well too. And I'm just like, yeah, you 3-0 Mike. All right, first try.
That's so big, man. I remember watching that live. I was like, wait, who is he? Like,
yeah, and he was just going wild.
People were saying call him Discount Leffen and shit. And I was like,
he was going wild on him too. Like that set is just like one man's is trying really hard, and the other man's is four-stocking him. It's crazy.
The Blanksy is in the chat. He's a cool guy. He said he never got to hang out with you and kick it. He wants to have a beer next time you are in town.
Oh,
So,
for real? Yeah.
shouts out. He's one of the Balk boys.
Hell yeah.
What's this? So someone asked, "Are you guys going to keep doing podcasts via Discord or something?" No.
No.
I've always, since the first season, I realized it painstakingly that the energy of the room is so much more important
I like being able to see my friends.
than having someone just on the dial. And also, people are like, they got their hands on their fucking dick.
They're browsing 4chan.
They're clicking around, and it's
Yeah.
bullshit. And so that's why I actually never have Discord guests now. All in house. It's just the way you got to run it.
Yeah, I'll be back. I don't think this is the last of Miles and Bad Melee
I
somehow.
don't think so either. Miles is definitely on the. We'll see.
Legacy
We'll see.
member.
How do you feel about the skill differences from Aussies and SoCal?
I think that we have shooters. There's just nowhere near as many of them. They're just. I mean, Sora's a great player, right? He lives 8 hours away from me, and there are foxes around here who I could call up and be at their house in 40 minutes, and that's
Yeah.
the difference.
Also, I think when people talk about how good SoCal is, everyone just looks at the PR.
Nobody understands that there's
There's a
15
deep
other,
Arcadian
20 other
level,
good players, yeah.
that are just
And they'll all beat you. Like if you think you're good, these guys will beat you.
it's-
If you think you're good and you're not MIM top 100, like you're gonna catch one of these guys in a pool and you're not gonna make it because he's gonna make it.
yeah, there's an echelon right under our ranked players that is just so good.
Yeah.
You know,
Like you catch
CPU is not ranked. You know,
CPU would put someone in the fucking grave, and they'd be like, "Why did this
Yeah.
happen in my life?"
yeah.
Like,
Think about what's a good one? Was it
what?
the guy who won the Arcadian? What's his tag?
The
The
ICs?
climbers.
Kobayashi.
Kobayashi. I knew it was a
Kobayashi.
Japanese style name.
he should have been ranked, but
But,
he just
he just stopped
requirements.
attending, yeah.
yeah.
But that's the point. It's like you're gonna run into that guy, you're gonna lose.
The Akil, Firepuff 12, the inventor
sure,
of the
the
Near
legend.
Rest. He says, "Miles, do you remember the somewhat deep talk we had with Wade and Fastboy on the ride back?"
I'd have to hear specifics.
So sorry, Akil. It doesn't sound like he does, but
I miss Wade.
If you remember it, that's what matters.
I've had plenty of conversations with Miles that he can't recall all of it, but it doesn't mean they didn't mean anything. Let's see.
I think I'm gonna stop at 2 this podcast. 2 cores.
Two
Two
cores.
That's enough.
Yeah, shout out to Alpha Bear. He's a real one. He says he's gonna miss you. Keep an eye out for your hot return. Keep it
Yeah,
real.
just-
and then he spammed that Donnie W
Yeah, he's-
10
He's
times.
got that sub.
I love
that's
that
a
guy.
homie.
Is he gold can yet?
There's only,
Alpha Bear is not gold can. I
there's
can
only
say
the
that.
gold can is rare, bro. Gold can's day 1 shit.
Sway, thoughts on San Diego as a city?
I only went to San Diego once, actually.
Did you ever go to a Last Stock?
No.
That's a goddamn travesty. Because
I-
that is a
It's a-
wonderful local.
It's at I should have just gone and stayed with Trike for a while, bro. That's the only regret I have is not going and hanging out with Trike.
I wish you could have came to Pat's house, dude.
Pat's is gonna be sick.
That
It's gonna
sounds
be
really
a
fun.
renaissance.
I'm
for
going to
Melee.
Lucha Libres every day, and I'm getting the goddamn gold table. And I know none of you know what that means.
No,
Maybe
I will.
Sway does.
I will. But yeah,
Chroma and Tricle are really cool. I wish I could have gone and spent more time with those guys.
so okay, I think we can.
Dude, I feel like Pat's house is gonna be the perfect level of grassroots and esports where everyone's gonna be like, this is why we play Melee. I feel like
I hope
Pat's house
so.
is gonna
Yeah,
really do that.
and I think because San Diego's always had that let's just be real. Chroma is I don't know. I value him.
He carries.
He carries, and I don't care that he used to get mad. Chroma, I don't care that you threw that chair once or twice. Okay.
You got pretty mad when I beat him one time.
I don't care that Yeti was mad that East Coast Chef got on the PR probably because of you. I don't care. Because Chroma, I respect you. You're really funny. But they keep it together down there, and that's really cool. It's really tight.
Dude, low key, they have such a strong scene as well, players wise.
Yeah, they're
it's
wild.
hot out there,
It's
man.
fucked up.
I mean, I don't know if people count Mojo as out there or up here, but you got shooters. East Coast Jeff.
So let's finally just settle some business. Bevan Barlos.
Bevan, you still have my Ray-Bans.
Bevan Barlos.
Bevan has the
I left
Ray-Bans.
some Ray-Bans in an SSS when SSS was still a thing.
Mm.
And I've been messaging him and saying, what event are you going to next, dude? I'll catch you there and get my Ray-Bans back. And
Been fucking ducking my boy.
You're not really ducking, but just not
You
really,
might was stuck in.
not really trying to help out, you know? And so he still got him. I'm not going to be able to get him before I leave. And maybe I do a stream giveaway for SoCal, like a subs or like some sort of incentive.
If you can procure The Ray-Bans.
I'll get a man's to get the Ray-Bans, and then we'll do some sort of... Maybe it'll just be a free giveaway, like viewers who are watching cop a free pair of real Ray-Bans.
It's like a real-life scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
Like, retrieve the Ray-Bans from Bevan Barlow's.
You have to
Your real quest.
You have to mail me one of Bevan's ears, and in return, I'll tell you what lockbox number at the post box.
Yeah, I don't know. So, I don't know, man. Do we wind down?
I have something for you guys before we wind down.
What would you?
Are we gonna do this
what?
on camera, dude?
Yeah, we're doing this on
This
camera.
is- I
This
don't
might be me crying on camera.
Oh
am,
my
I
God.
gonna cry? on
I don't know
camera?
if I'm ready.
You
for
might.
This. I don't know if I'm
I
ready
don't know
for
which
this.
one's gonna come out first.
This is some real
I
shit.
need, try and get those 2-year.
So, for my two co-hosts, I've prepared something. I found these.
That's very appropriate
What is
Yeah,
this?
it's.
for what.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if the camera can see that.
I don't think.
Do you
want to
hold it up to the camera, Neat?
This is
I found these when we went to Mardi Gras or something, like a gay pride march with the Swedish people
Oh,
who
I
stayed
remember
here.
the Instagram picture you took.
Yeah,
You're in
and,
front of some dancers.
Yeah. So we were. I went into a gay sex shop there, at this in Long Beach or whatever, and I was looking around and I was like, this is all pretty weird stuff. I was with a Swedish couple, and the girl was like, yeah, this is pretty weird too, and Max was like, yeah, this is pretty weird.
I also agree.
think this is pretty weird, but we were with one other person who was like just having a look around. And I found this, and I was like, I have to buy this. And they're like, there's a minimum, so I bought 2, and it actually really worked out because now they're for you guys.
Wow.
I need to see which. All right, we're doing Anthony first. I want you to read this.
You want me to read it aloud? Oh my God, this is emotional hour right
This is
here.
real.
Fuck, dude.
Let me
This
just
is real
flip
shit.
up the balls here.
This was hard for me to write.
I'm gonna
Oh.
throw up, man.
Whew. All right. The night we really hit it off at an In-N-Out stands out for me. It was like someone else in the room finally got it. Bantering with you feels like hitting a stride with a lifelong friend, like we just fallen from the exact same tree. You've given me sanity in times where the sus-gus-ness of LA was wearing me thin. I love your nihilistic pursuit of perfection for just the sake of the process, and I see massive things in your future. People around here use the term writer very loosely, but you're one of the golden few real ones I ever met. I know our paths will cross again and that you'll keep sniping whack shit till long after I'm gone. I love you. Your friend Miles. Oh, man.
All right, we'll
Making
do
me feel
Dawson
some type
next.
of way.
Fuck, dude.
That's making me feel some type
I
of way.
don't think I'm ready for this.
This is fucked up. Whew.
This is hard.
I'm gonna throw up.
He might throw up. He's got chunk spaghetti in him. Too much.
To my goth thoughty Dawson, thank you for the friendship, support, and guidance you've given me this year. From the day I met you, tournaments have been brighter for me. Thank you for all the words of consolation after tough losses. Thank you for being principled to a fault and always sticking up for what you believe in. You put the scene on your back and you care about the little guy. I know this is fake emo, but I love you, man. Your friend Miles. P.S. As much as you might hate it, brighter days are coming, my little rain cloud.
Oh, my
Come
God.
here, dude.
Oh, I can't deal with that.
Some real shit, boys.
Ah,
I'm glad I
fuck.
got those beers in me. Otherwise, it would have been a goddamn waterworks.
Woo. Little rain cloud? Oh, man.
It started with the goth thoughty, ended with a little rain cloud.
Wow. Well, okay.
All right.
I have a I mean, there's something I'm working on. It'll probably be dropped tomorrow. But I think you're really gonna like it. But here's the trick. I'm only gonna drop it on LiveLeak.
What?
It'll be the only platform you can find it on.
God.
What about World Star?
Is it that sus?
No, it's not sus at all.
Oh, okay,
it's just
good.
that I want it to be special.
And so it has to be on LiveLeak?
Yeah.
Well, just put it on YouTube, bro. Make a buck out of me.
No. This is for LiveLeak.
I don't
That's
wanna
where
have
you're
to-
going.
I don't want to have to go to LiveLeak, dude. I want to download it from LiveLeak and put it on a reputable website.
Just videos.
Yeah, or World Star.
Downloading from LiveLeak though, that's sauce.
Nah.
Like
Yeah.
your ISP see like where you're downloading from. They're like
They just flag you instantly. Oh man. So I don't know what else. How do we wrap this? How do we do this?
on to the next.
I don't ever want to say goodbye.
Yeah. Well, it's not goodbye. He's coming back eventually. So see you later.
This isn't the end.
Everyone does like 07 in chat or 07.
Yeah, the
Or
salute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone salute in chat.
This is a good
And then
good end.
we end it.
I guess what we could end it on some real, well, I don't know. Melee in general. It's 2017. We're coming up on 2018.
Long live.
Long live. I myself have expressed that I'm kind of scared, right? Like I feel like
I only feel like the only people who are scared are the mans who care about the state of the scene. In that, I'll be playing with 12 guys left. Like, this has never fazed me. Guys in my scene are always like, "What if it dies, bro?" I'm like, "SA Nick, I can say one thing to that man right now, and he'll be on a flight. Like, we're gonna make it happen. Whether it's in a garage, whether it's in my room. Like, I made a tournament. I try to resurrect the Australian scene, hosting a tournament in my goddamn house. Like, there was no event for me to go to, and I jumped on Smashboards, and I was like, come round. I'm going to try to make this happen when my parents are out of town. They caught wind of it. I had to book a venue. But what I'm saying is, like, guys like me, I don't know if it will always come along, but, like, I, for one, am not done. And I know a lot of other people aren't done. And I don't know when that's going to get called, but until then, I'm not worried. Like, I feel like the only people who are worried are people who are like, the scene needs to be like X big, or it's like, but like, why do you care? I always ask TOs, why do you care how many people come to this, bro? Like, you can't eat off this shit anyway. Like, TOs in my region at least, and they're like, the scene just has to keep growing, bro. I'm like, you're on some capitalism shit. We don't need 5% GDP. You know, we don't need the scene to keep growing exponentially. We're just gonna keep playing, and like, one little thing, one little beef, one little magic moment, and we're all gonna be back in there. Like, I don't know anybody who's quitting.
Okay. And you know, and like the thing is too, it alarms me for like, just because I get anxious thinking about it, because like for 4 years now I've been playing Melee, almost 4, and like my life is so much different because of that. Like, everyone in this fucking stupid room and house,
It's rum.
this room,
Ludwig. Dude, no one's ever gonna put a hand over yours and be like, "Don't fire up the console again, bro. Don't call the homies
No,
up."
what I'm saying is that everyone here is, the only reason I'm here is because of this fucking goddamn game, and that is something that has been actually so valuable in my life, and to meet people like you, and
It's never gonna stop, bro. If you don't want it to.
I hope, right?
Yeah. Like, outside looking in, it's actually crazy how, like, this whole situation right now was because of Melee.
Yeah. For real, my whole trip, like,
Yeah.
and furthermore, like, my whole trip was decided by Nick responding to a message before somebody else.
Yeah.
Like, there have been many moments this year that have decided months for me.
That's
Like,
wild.
one moment. Like, I was almost deported. I think I told the story about nearly being deported on the podcast.
Yeah.
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 Like,
They were
that
hassling you.
that one moment and that one person decided the next 6 months of my life. And, like, I've kind of just gone with that. And I think I don't see Melee getting decided on, like, one person quitting or the scene getting small. I don't think the level... Like, people are like, oh, the god's going to quit and the level of play is going to go down. Plop's already beaten Armada. You know, and there are going to be other people who come up. Like, I think as people fall away, the new people push further than we've ever seen before. So I don't think there's going to be a point where the game becomes any less exciting.
Yeah. Okay. And I just want to say, like, to everyone I've met and everyone I've ended up caring about because of this goddamn game, it's I wouldn't trade it, like, in a second.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
People ask me all sorts of questions about the decisions I made this year, and I'm just like, if you don't get it, you don't get it.
Yeah. Do you want to do some final shout-outs?
Shoutouts to everyone in this house. I mean, there's like too many to name. Shoutouts to...
We got time, baby. Run.
Shoutouts to everybody who's here right now. Shoutouts to Chong for sharing a room with me and never once telling me to shut up or to stop doing whatever I'm doing. Or literally, I've never met a man who complains less than David Chong. Like, he does a lot of things, but complaining is not one of them.
And that's real shit.
Shoutouts to Ryan, who's always positive whenever I talk to him. He's another person who lives in this house. He's just a cool guy, and I think he's made a conscious effort at some point in his life to smile a lot, and I respect that because I have to. Shoutouts to Neat. He's making big changes. He's going to do big things, and he's made a big conscious effort to do his life the way he wants, regardless of what else is happening to him. That's huge. Shoutouts to Lud, who's looking at me right now. Lud
Goddamn Air Force pilot.
has made me feel good at a lot of tournaments because he's just always there and he's always on some dumb shit. And that reminds me of home more than anybody could imagine. Like, I just see him around and he's just kicking about, you know? And I'm just like, yeah, that's Lud. Reality is real. You know?
He's your touchstone
Yeah,
to the world.
He grounds me. Shoutouts to Dawson for the reasons mentioned on the card mostly, and a million others. And shoutouts to you too, man. I don't know what to say. Gunther's
Mike's
big
sleeping right now. Mike's taking a nap.
Gunther's big sleeping, but he's our newest friend, and he's been a great friend. I feel like I've known Gunther a lot longer than like 3 months. He is super down to do anything also. He's been really fun, and he's going to be great on the podcast.
He will be great on the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, shout-outs to like 805. Shout-outs to everybody who hangs out at me at tournaments. You know, like if we've played, if we've had a good time. Like I'm going to do a big write-up on SoCal Melee about my experience and just all the people and how this has been for me and how magical it's been. I think we'd be here for another 2 hours if I was going to keep going.
Okay. Well,
Is this it?
This is the
final
hardest.
sign-off?
This is the hardest part, guys. Thank you for hanging out for a whole season.
You know what's weird, dude? Is I'm always the one who's like, let's go longer. And for tonight, I feel like I finally said it all. Like I have nothing else to say.
God.
So it's a weird role reversal here, where you're like, let's keep the camera on, and I'm like, yeah.
I just want to ride it out just a minute longer, but you're like, man,
Let's
it's
put it
time.
to bed,
It's time
dude.
to go. I love you too, man.
Thanks,
And meeting you was it was important in a lot of ways.
I think there's so many people who I've met here who it seems almost like a storybook how much they've taught me.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. I don't know what to say. Thank you guys for joining in the season, for joining in this last Miles cast.
Thank you for watching all of this 12 episodes of content of me.
Just fuck off. Like
Yeah,
we're just
no,
fucking off like idiots. Like that's
Causing a ruckus on.
causing ruckus on Reddit apparently with our HBox opinions and our Puff opinions, and I don't know, man. We're gonna miss you a lot, and for not like the podcast, obviously viewers and shit, but we're around here. It's real, We're like this is the AM years now. Obviously, you're not gone forever, but
It's been a whirlwind year.
it has been, and so thank you to you guys, and let Donnie know what time it is
Hit me up,
whenever
yeah.
you feel like it. He's
I'm
checking
gonna be
his Twitter
streaming.
followers these days.
I check them all. Every time that phone goes off, a little piece of me
He's
just lights
sipping the
up.
Kool-Aid now.
No,
Yeah.
I don't really fuck with it.
Nah, man.
But yeah, we'll check out his stream. It will still be around, just physically. Maybe
Yeah,
not
just
so much.
maybe in a different place.
There'll
But
be a
you
Discord
know
with
what,
all
guys?
three
Like
of us
this is all. That's why I don't like that Melee is like going down the tube still. Like a high tide raises all boats, and esports is only getting bigger. Like people are only putting more money into Melee now. Like people are saying it's a ghost town, but there's never been more cash and more opportunity than right now. So, I mean,
Very true.
I only see that it's going to get bigger in terms of endorsements, if not players.
Some positive
I'll be back,
shit.
dude. One way or
If
another.
you believe it, I believe it. And that's all I need.
Sick.
All right. Thank you guys. We're gonna go now, and goodbye. See you season 3.